Here we go. We haven't celebrated yet because the fact of the matter is that championship game was not what I thought it was going to be. I imagine we could have met yesterday. That game was over pretty much after the first quarter. TCU, my God, don't come back. Anyway, fam, here we are. 10th week. Are you serious? 10 weeks in a row. GD, you can't talk nothing about that. Oh, mama, there's that man again. 5 wins in a row. You know something, fam? Jimmy's my dude. I didn't want to see him go down any earlier than he did. In fact, I didn't want him to go down, period, right? But had Brock started earlier, I don't know if he'd have been this good. There's something really weird. I don't know. But he could be a candidate for Rookie of the Year with ease. With ease. But I don't know if he's got enough games under in, whether they look at it that way or not. Unless they're going to pick after the playoffs, in which we will steamroll the Hawks. But after that, it'll get a little... GD, I'm talking to you. Run the film back and see how many times the 49ers have been beaten by the Hawks. By the way, and you're talking about we always beat you in the playoffs. Gene, we just beat you in 2019. You guys are out there crying, playing against the Eagles in the first part of the playoffs as a wild card. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop muddying up the truth. But you know what? This is going to be really interesting as far as Brock goes. I'm proud of that boy, man. He looks... I mean, I think how many quarterbacks have played in Kyle Shanahan's offense and sort of clicked with it right away. Actually, only 2. And Brock's one of them. Anyway, fam, the Niners versus Cards resulted in another display of San Francisco's NFC dominance. Oh, I love that term. It just flows. Domination. Kyle Shanahan pulled his starting players off of the Cards early in the third quarter in both an act of mercy and to avoid risking any unnecessary injury against a team that was done seconds after the Cards stung the Niners in that opening drive of the game. But actually, all that moment of Cards glory seemed to do is piss the 49ers off. 38 points. And that was in 3 quarters. Cards, my God, had to pull. Tonight, going to the phones after savoring a 10th week in a row of Niners victories, which did include you, G&D. Niners victories. Let's lay praises on the 2022-23 playoff-bound Niners. And Rudy and Rams, you guys can join us. Come on. It's okay. We're kind of like family. You guys been bothering us for a long time. You're like that Thanksgiving Day thing when relatives come in and you'd like to avoid the rest of the year. But it's okay right now. Come on in. Yeah, fam, if you're not following me on Twitter, you need to follow just to see Rudy's antics on Twitter. He's lost his mind. I mean, he's coming to Rudy, and today's tweet was really rich. You're going to talk about us for having thrown away picks and having no... Oh, my God, that's hilarious. Okay. Anyway, and we got something in return for it. There's nothing we could get better than Christian McCaffrey for this offense. So it ain't, what's Stafford going to offer you next year? Hey, fam, the big news is this, though. The D'Amico sweepstakes is already underway, if you've probably already noticed. Everybody has seen enough. That Niner defense is something every team in the NFL wants. Especially, everybody wants. I almost said the Rams. Rams weren't that bad on defense, were they? Yeah, they were. They lost just the other day, I think, didn't they? Yeah. Well, they lost pretty much all season long. The Texans and Broncos have put in the request and permission to interview D'Amico for head coaching jobs. As we expect, the Niners DC, D'Amico is going to be a hot name in head coaching searches. And Monday did get rid of a lot of people. They're probably not through yet. You figure, Dallas is probably going to let what's his name. They can't get rid of the coach right yet, but you figure Jerry's got Peyton on the phone. Listen, I'm going to see how far he gets. in the playoffs. But I want you to keep in mind before you say yes to anybody else about your services that you can be a Dallas Cowboy coach. And it's a risk, but I don't have a lot of faith in him. So I think, matter of fact, I can tell you right now, chances are 80-20 that you'll be a Dallas Cowboy coach next year and go down with all the other legends in the history. Shut up, Jerry. You know what? Anyway, as I say, according to Mike Cleese of 9 News, in the Denver area, the Broncos have formally requested permission to interview Ryans for their head coaching vacancy. Also, Tom Pelissero of NFL Network reported that Ryans could become a candidate for the Houston Texans head job. Pelissero said of Ryans, quote, he's looking for the right spot, the right owner, unquote. No, he goes on to say, could it be potentially a return to Houston? And that is something we'll be keeping an eye on. Tommy P. Look, Ryans. Also, ESPN's Adam Schefter later confirmed the Texans' interest. And listen, Tommy, listen, as far as the Texans are concerned, Mrs. Ryans did not raise no damn fool. Why in the world? I think has D'Amico made any statements about that? I think he already said something to the effect. In Houston, you've got 1 year to get to the Super Bowl or you're done. You're out of get out. Why the hell would he go over to that? So, which is good news for us, fam, because I know selfishly you're thinking like, I know you don't want to say it because you want to wish the best for D'Amico. I do too, but I don't want him leaving. I just want best of the both worlds. If it's all about the money, maybe Jed can fork over the amount he needs. The man is worth every penny. If he gets anything, it's underpaying him. D'Amico Ryans has made that defense incredibly tough with people missing constantly. How many coaches can do that? Ooh, if he leaves, I just don't know what's going to happen. But, I just don't see D'Amico going to Texas. So, and also the Broncos are looking at 2 or 3 names. I don't know if D'Amico wins that, depending on whether they want to lean toward defense. They've already got an outstanding defense. I don't know. Do they need a defensive coordinator that's going to be better than the one they have? So they may try to find reasons to keep that they won't hire D'Amico. I know it's wrong. I'm going to stop it. D'Amico, good luck to you. God, Jesus, I don't want that. Oh, okay. I just don't want him leaving. Oh, no, man. With D'Amico in check or in the fold for the next 2 or 3 seasons, the 49ers, that team is just young enough to have a run of a 4-year dynasty easily. But you got to have that defense. Defense is win championship. You can glorify the offense all you want to. The offense gives you 30 to 35 points with a great defense. Forget about it. You don't need anything more than that. If they can do that all the time, which is what it looks like they can do, just give me a defense. That's all I need. Give me a defense. That's what's going to win in the Super Bowl. That's what's probably going to end in the playoffs. Those games are going to be tight. They're going to be close. Whoever has the best D is the one who's going to win. But getting back to Glock Purdy, he continues to amaze as he calmly and cool dazzle the Niners to a 38-13 victory Sunday over the Cards. In fact, BP and his merry men may have not been the only reason for Cliff Kingsbury being shown the exit door by Cards owner Michael Bidwell, but getting beat to death by the Niners for a second time in one season had to have some bearing on that decision. If your owner's sitting there already PO'd, and he's sitting there watching, I can't watch it anymore. Get Cliff on it. Get him on the wait till the game's over. Get him on the phone. I want to talk to him immediately. I think Cliff got fired that night. It's not his fault. Not completely. Well, most of it is, though. God. Meanwhile, Coach Shanahan believes part of BP's success is a direct result of his attention to detail. When evaluating his own performances yesterday before Georgia beat the living daylights out of TCU in the college national championship game, Coach Shanahan spoke to the local media folks via conference call and shared how his rookie quarterback has a good record of trying not to make the same mistake twice on the field. Shanahan said, quote, he has done pretty good at that so far. He's hard on himself. Usually he knows what he has done right or wrong before you even get to him, unquote. See, that's if he knows that much already, he's already ahead in the game, isn't he? You know, you a lot of quarterbacks may be out there doing things they're not sure what they did wrong, but if he's coming to Shanahan before he gets here, I know I should have probably went left when I should have been right. I should have zigged when I should have zagged, and I felt it next time. Coach, I promise you'll never see me do that again. Yeah, if he's that kind of kid, then you know, uh, he's more than naive. I don't understand Brock Purdy yet. I'm still watching him to see. The dude he amazes me. He's not supposed to look like that after only 5 games in his rookie season. That makes no sense. Okay, we'll see where he's going from here because we've seen Nick Mullins came in not quite looking like this, but something similar maybe. So if he maintains this, wow. But after Sunday's beatdown at Levi Stadium, Shanahan, in joking fashion, suggested that Mrs. Purdy's baby boy likely knew for sure about one of his mistakes, saying, quote, "As soon as he was on the ground, I was yelling in his ear," unquote. What he was saying to him. He did say that can't happen. That can't happen. With just over 4 minutes left in the first quarter of the game, Purdy was in shotgun formation for a 3rd and 12 situation. You remember that, right? Shortly after the snap, BP was flushed out of the pocket and attempted to escape a rampage against Isaiah Simmons in the backfield, which is not a good job. But instead of throwing the ball away, BP was sacked for a 17-yard loss, and the Niners were forced to punt. Shanahan said this about that, quote, "Just watching the film last night on that, Simmons has a pretty good 40 time, and he creeped up on Purdy pretty fast, rolling to the left. There's going to be, and so I think he was well aware that he shouldn't be taking a sack there. But it wasn't the easiest situation either for him, with him chasing him down, running to the left, right there, unquote." Yeah, Coach, you know, you should give him the book on certain guys. Now, everybody knows Isaiah Simmons was supposed to be coming into the league as the George Kittle stopper. That was addressed by Purdy again later. Purdy just doesn't have any fear, Isaiah Simmons. More about that in just a second. Coach understood Purdy might not have been able to convert while under close pursuit, but putting that team in a better yardage situation for a punt is something young BP needs to keep in mind when he's out there rolling around. But this is a learning experience. And as I said, he seems to be learning, picking things up on the fly. That's the mark of a great one. Well, we'll see. According to reports, Coach need not worry, though, as BP might be his own harshest critic. After the game, BP shared that he knows developing as an NFL quarterback is a constant work in progress. And while pitching a perfect game is the goal, it is impossible. BP said, quote, "I feel like we made some plays early on, but then also there was some drives where we've got to be better. That starts with myself. It starts with everyone that's been here long enough to own up to it. It's something that we've got to look at ourselves in the mirror, get better, be real with ourselves. But at the end of the day, we played team football, I feel like, in the second half and pulled it off." Purdy did finish the game completing 15 of 20 attempts for 178 yards and 3 TDs. Remember, the 49ers offense, you're not going to get a quarterback out there raging 400 yards a game. A quarterback is not assigned to do all the heavy lifting. He's supposed to be just like, he's supposed to be the Magic Johnson out there. Whatever he does, sacrifice your stat and make sure everybody else has high stats. That'll beat a team to death each and every time. Why? Because you're having to deal with more than just a quarterback. If he's getting that ball out quick, and he's getting people like George Kittle. Oh, my God. Look, the arsenal is ridiculous. He's getting the ball to people like George Kittle, Deebo Samuel, Christian McCaffrey, Brandon Ayuk. These guys are becoming big-time playmakers. Give them the damn ball. Don't worry about any stats or anything else. Get them the damn ball, and you're going to win your game 9 out of 10 times. Anyway, this is a TD, but he's not resting on his laurels anyway after his 5th straight win as a starter. Those 5 incomplete passes likely with the focus on his film study shortly after the game, which he will do everything he can to make adjustments. And by the way, he did say also, Isaiah Simmons, he was pretty much on George all game long, pretty tight. So we just finally got a break there in the back. George finally broke separation on him, and he's fearless. He just went in and shot it over there. Anyway, George did a toe drag swag that should have been on Good Morning Football. I don't know if they still do that on Good Morning Football because I don't watch the whole show all the time. But, yeah. They probably do because what's his name is still there. That was his game, the Toe Dag Swag. But fam, when Jimmy went down, I actually thought it was immediately foolishly. I went into depression. I really did. I mean, I said, God, Jesus Christ. Jimmy was having the best year that he's ever had. We were rolling along. I felt almost cocky, confident. What are we going to do now? And then Brock came into that game. I said, okay, we got this. Let's see what he looks like next week. He did it again. Wow. Okay. Following week comes up, he did it again. He's got an oblique problem? I said, whoa. 5 games. 5 games. And a couple of them were more than convincing. So, even peanut butter and chocolate cheesecake wouldn't help me on those hours of depression, but I'm feeling pretty good now. I ain't worried anymore, fam. You know what? I got a feeling. I don't know. There's going to be some more pressure put on them. We're going to get past the Hawks. The Hawks the 49ers just know how to beat them now. You see what they do. And Pete Carroll's going to have a little formula, though. He's going to come up with something he thinks he can beat Brock with. But see, that's the loveness about Kyle Shanahan's offense. You can come up with everything you want to trying to stymie the quarterback. They're probably going to do jailbreaks and everything else. But that's not going to help. As long as you got Christian McCaffrey on the field, that's not going to help. In fact, you hurt yourself doing that every time. Because I tell Brock, listen, if you get even a hint of a blitz, look where it's coming from. Christian's going to be quick enough to get to wherever you need him to be, get him the ball. That's the nice thing about Christian McCaffrey. He understands what a quarterback is doing. His brothers play quarterback, and I imagine he tried to play quarterback a while before he became a running back too. But he knows how a quarterback thinks. He knows what a quarterback needs. This is why, Rudy, when you say you guys got rid of a boatload of picks for Christian McCaffrey, because Christian McCaffrey is the ignition switch on that friggin' engine. This was a good deal. Don't even question it. I mean, stop talking to me about picks. You guys, when do you get another pick? 2030? Come on. Who had any idea that Mr. Irrelevant had been grossly underestimated in the first place? So thank God that was the case with the 49ers. So, fam, are you feeling this 49er winning after party? Are you worried? Are you scared? Are you confident in Brock Purdy? And anything else you want to add tonight, feel free to do it. I am just here to listen as your 49er psychiatrist. And as for the Rams, the same thing. Because Rams, I could get used to this. Time flies by in the red and gold. I got 4 in the back. I got 4. Wait, let me get this right. I got 4 in the front, 7 in the back, and they won't lose track. I gotta finish right now. Time goes. Okay. Anyway, let me get over here and get my headphones on. Because I'll be riding shotgun underneath. Is that right? Hey, Covfefe, I was already singing anyway, you know what I'm saying? It's birthday Covfefe coffee. Covfefe, how does it feel to be having your birthday right about now, getting ready to go to the playoffs, and beat down Gene D and his loud talk for a 3rd time in a row? I've never felt so confident in my life. I am not so confident about the second round, but the first round, come on, Gene. If y'all in the way, y'all shouldn't have been in the way. You should have lost in order to avoid the embarrassment coming up this weekend. I have not learned my lesson about talking trash before a game, have I? Okay, I take it back. I did. I was just kidding. Covfefe coffee. Happy Niners birthday, Covfefe. Happy Niners birthday, Covfefe. Happy Niners. Here we go into the playoffs again. Heading for the promised land. You and I both know when we get in the playoffs what the end result is always going to be. Well, we get to the MCCG anyway, for sure. Happy Niners! Man, I've seen that crazy name in here for a long time. Covfefe, man. I appreciate you, fam. Happy birthday. I hope it's just great, glorious. I hope the celebration goes right into next weekend. All I need to do is see the Cowboys get their butt just right. Did you see that clip with Michael Irvin and Skip? He's standing there just jumping in Skip's face and wouldn't let Irvin talk. Sorry. 100% chance of rain for the game has me a little nervous. Well, you know, it depends because sometimes those showers let up and they go down. As long as it's not just a downpour all day long, we'll be fine. And remember, they're playing in the same rain we are, so kind of helps us actually. I mean, I think it's an advantage 49ers because if they're going to try to figure out how to way to get the ball to Tyler and the Ward brothers, they got Tyler and DK pretty much wrapped up. Ward, look at the stats on how Travaris has done to DK. And I didn't even know Tyler was in the game last time we played because since we put Jimmy Ward in the slot, there's no action in the slot anymore. It's time for a chill pill, Phil.
Hey, Ronbo.
Hey, Phil. Phil, I don't know if you can set up this weekend, though it's going to be raining, but, bring a tarp and bring a big umbrella.
No,
You'll be fine.
Ponchos will do.
Huh? Right. Right. Well, Phil.
We'll party and be loud as normal.
All right. That's the spirit, You got the same attitude as the 49ers. That's what they're thinking right now, too.
We're gonna beat the Seattle Seahawks. It's a done deal. We're crushing them.
Should just phone.
We gotta put Seattle into their space, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Behind us.
Yep. That's really going to be a designated spot for a while.
When you hear about McShay talking about retirement, Rams are a dumpster fire. Arizona's a dumpster fire. We got this division for the next 5 years.
Really, every team's got a coaching situation going on except us. Well, Pete Carroll's still solid, but Arizona and Los Angeles.
If D'Amico leaves, we get 2 third-round picks for him.
Ooh, 2? That's right. Head coach?
Yeah, because he's a
minority.
coach.
He's a minority coach.
Yes. So,
Rudy, there goes the picks. Rudy's teaching us about picks. There you go, Rudy. Hmm?
The best coach is with the best personnel.
It's always the way it works.
All right.
It makes sense.
And if Josh Peters leaves, we get another third-round pick.
It's funny, we'll replace them with almost the same quality of players. I don't understand how Kyle does it. Where do these guys come from? Forrester's one of the best offensive line coaches we've ever had. I'm loving it. We just don't get bad coaches.
No, we don't. And you know what? We get compensation for them. So if they leave, we're okay.
It's like having a good ball player. Yeah.
We're okay.
Yeah. We win no matter what.
Yeah, we win. But anyway, Ronbo, as far as this game goes, we're going to win. We're going to win.
I feel good about it.
I think we're going to win the Super Bowl this year. I really do. But,
if they stay healthy, I don't say it, Phil, because I'm worried about putting the mojo on us. I feel the same way. Look at who's
healthy,
out
Ronbo.
there.
We are the most healthiest we've ever been.
I know.
All year long.
Can we please stay that way? And we definitely can win this game.
Aaron Banks is practicing this week.
Oh, I know.
Greenlaw is practicing this week. Timmy is walking off his cast.
I heard about that.
Putting weight on his foot.
And Javon is being paced so he can stay out there as much as possible. This is it.
I'm serious.
Did you hear what Nick said?
I have never felt more confident in our team.
I agree with you. I agree. And did you hear what Nick says? Well, this is an opportunity. We don't want to waste all this, what we've got going here now. And Nick's right. This team is awesome. Do not go out there and make any goofy mistakes. Don't.
Well, I don't think we will. I mean, we are solid everywhere. Even our special teams is starting to play well.
I know they're getting
faster. And that's
faster.
one thing I expect Seattle to try is some special teams goofball crap, because that's what they do. Just be aware of that.
Phil. Look for it, Phil. They got nothing to lose.
They got nothing to lose. But you know what? They got everything to lose because
Yeah. The game. I forgot about that.
we're gonna bust their tail. And you know what? I don't see any team in the NFC better than us right now. I don't.
I agree. It's not the
And
Cowboys. It definitely is not the Vikings. And
not the Cowboys. The Cowboys gonna fire their coach.
That wasn't even first stringers out there beating them up too, Phil. Also, I just
Ronbo,
the Eagles are just not scary anymore.
The NFC's ours to dominate for the next decade.
I like that.
Decade.
So we don't want to hear any more about firing Kyle Shanahan, do we? Or John Lynch. Those are football guys.
You need to put a Brock Purdy fathead up there.
If he wins the Super Bowl, I'm going to have to. I said Hall of Famer or Super Bowl winner, you know?
Well, I think he's going to do it, honestly. This kid is for real.
He looks like it.
He's for real.
He's got my vote.
And, I've watched him, and just think in the red zone, he is phenomenal.
And very instinctive. And he could have had a touchdown. He could have ran one in the other day. That one where he stepped on the brake. If he didn't, next time he'll make up his mind. If you commit, do it. He had a window open in in the end zone about a split second, but he pulled back and he wanted to do something else. Those are things he'll learn from it. That was a very teachable moment. I loved it.
And I like the kid. I really do.
It's hard not to like him. He says all the right things. He looks as innocent as can be, and he's Mr. Irrelevant. You gotta root for him. You really do.
Well, anyway, Ronbo, you know what? I'm excited. It's going to be wet. That's the only concern. When you get bad elements, things can happen. But
well, Phil, we're going to go. But the thing is, at least you can rest assured that we're not playing in Seattle and they didn't bring the refs with them, so we'll be fine.
I was there when the Niners played the New York Giants, and we fumbled 2 punts and lost the NFC Championship game. And the Giants went on to beat New England.
I know.
We were the better team.
Absolutely, as we were when the Hawks went and got the Peyton Manning-led Broncos too. But you know what? We're going to make up for that this year. Phil, let's see what happens between now and tomorrow. If there's anything to get into, we'll get into it tomorrow. Otherwise, I'll see you Friday for sure. All right, Phil.
All right, Ronbo. Domination!
Yes, indeed. Night, Phil.
Oh, Later.
There goes Phil. And area code is 209.
Yo, Ronbo.
Hey, who is this?
What's up, Ronbo? John Dez.
Wait, say it one more time.
John Dez.
John Dez. Come on in, John. Yeah, John. You know what I'm saying every now? I'm looking at Brock Purdy's growth, his phenomenal look out there at 5 games in. I'm thinking maybe possibly rookie of the year, but it's probably too late. He got in too late. But anything else you want to add? Your feeling about the game coming up? I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, you see his feet work. I don't know how he got that feet work down, but I'm watching his feet. I'm just like, ooh, he's nice.
He's
fast. Nice.
It's fast feet too. He's just good with his legs. I mean, you heard about his 10-yard split. It's one of the fastest in the NFL. I'm talking amongst all players. If he's supposed to keep that speed up, he can run a 4.3. The boy can move quickly.
Yeah, and he's smart too. He plays like a wise man. Like he's been out there for years already.
Like Trent Williams.
It's crazy.
Well, he's going to be.
I mean, he is a college OG though.
I know, right? 4 years
doing it for 4 years. So I think Kyle was probably thinking, well, we don't know what we got with this kid, but if anything, he got the experience,
Robert, you said Brock Purdy runs a 4.3?
No, I didn't say that. I said his 10-yard split was some phenomenal time. And then that's when Dre Greenlaw went over and said to him, dude, if he can run that fast for 10 yards, that's a 4.3 speed. But he doesn't have straight ahead right. He's got short quickness. A lot of players like that. You know who else had that kind of quickness? Also, Kendrick Bourne had that kind of quickness, which is why he was so good at getting in and out of a route. For wide receivers and apparently for quarterbacks, that's a good thing if you got that kind of short blast, explosive speed. So he's looking fine. He's learning a lot all the time. Don't know where it's going.
And the little mistakes he makes are like something that he cleans up really quick. That's what I like about him too.
Yeah, he's I tell you, like you said, 4 years in college. He wasn't in a wimp division. Also, he's been under every situation you could be in. 4 years of college as starter every year. You've seen it all. It goes to a faster level in the NFL, but that's the only thing you probably got to adjust to. So, he's damn near a finished product when he came. And now, take it to the next level.
That's why I don't subscribe to all them guys talking about, oh, if he don't get us the Super Bowl this year, then he needs to be fired. It's like, all right, well,
People say
he's got a pretty good record when it comes to finding coaches.
People say this every year. I'm done listening to that. We're going to get it next year. If we don't get the Super Bowl and don't win it, it's time to fire Kyle. And you look at all the coaches out there that suck, and we're going to get one of them and put in Kyle's place. I don't think so. So at this point, it's always a luck of the draw.
The DeMeco Ryan thing, man. I think we'll be all right. Even if he leaves, we'll be fine.
Yeah, you got Fangio's waiting in the wings. There's a couple others that they'll come on. But DeMeco's got them dudes playing some inspired ball, though, John. I just hope whoever we get, they'll play and be fired up the same way.
Yeah. No, you're right. I was mad at first hearing all that interview talk. But we can't keep a coach to save our lives. Every time they do good, they get interviewed the same at the end of the season.
So.
But we'll be all right, man. Y'all ready to beat these Seaton Chickens or what?
Well, I tell you what. Anything to watch Gene D in this chat. He's in here running game Gene D can run smack. Boy, he's almost as good as Tommy Testosterone. And that dude, boy, some of these guys. Y'all can run that history back, man.
Yeah, Ronbo. Yeah, we haunted. But man, I got so much confidence in my team, but I still will say, I don't trust Pete Carroll to be a slouch in this game or in any game. So
man, he'll have something for you.
My prediction, we gonna win. But as much as I hate to admit it, I have a feeling we might lose somebody. We might get somebody hurt just because we don't be plugging it out.
Oh, John, don't talk that stuff into existence.
No, hey.
No. Ain't nobody getting hurt.
I pray to the Lord I'm wrong. But,
okay.
But you know how football is, man. It's so. Everybody thought we was gonna walk all over the Raiders, and look what happened.
Me included.
For some reason.
Damn, they got an ass whooping. I was
it's so fickle.
I almost went into fetal position at the half because I said, man, I can't deal with Raider fans now. And now they're going to be all over me like a cheap suit.
Oh, man. As soon as Robbie Gold missed that field goal, I said, oh, man, this is the last thing I need. The Raiders, they're going to be talking about this even after the season's over.
And they ain't even in the Bay Area no more. Man, y'all better be left. I already hear. Y'all better be glad we left the Bay, man, because you know what you'd have to listen to right now. Hey,
Ronbo, you think the boys snuck out the night before and had some drinks or what?
Yeah, no doubt. They can play better football than that.
They went into that game all hungover.
Or not serious because the Raiders ain't did nothing to nobody all year.
It was their Super Bowl.
It's hard to take the Raiders seriously. Although, they've got a great lineup of talent, though, John. They got some players. I don't know. Josh McDaniel needs to be excused, too. He ain't doing nothing with all that skill. Oh, he's got some hardcore veterans over there. Badasses. And they're losing.
Yeah. I like what you said, though. Nick Bosa, he had enough of it at the end, though. He used one Raider to whoop another Raider.
No.
Hey, you had me dying when you said that. I tune in all the time. I just don't call it. You had me dying when I heard that. I said, man,
John,
hey, in a nutshell, that's exactly what happened, though.
You did. Nick's just man. Nick, okay, if I can't get to him, I'll use one. You just throw him into the quarterback. You know? Nick, get him, Nick.
Had to get it done.
Yeah, because he's letting the Raiders win. They probably feel the same as we do about the Raiders, man. A lot of them are too young to know the things that we went through with that team since you go back to Kaepernick.
I noticed that. I noticed that.
But they came out there with the attitude.
It's a whole new generation now. Yeah. Everybody getting this stuff, which is cool. We getting together to hate the Chiefs. We're getting together to hate the Chiefs now.
See, that's the thing. Everybody's united on that front. Oh, I want to see the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Homeboy, where you at, man? Because they got people. They got one dude that loves to come in here and troll up every time. The Chiefs beat us, worst whooping we've had in 2 years.
Man.
10 weeks ago,
man.
right? The 49ers ain't having that the second time in a row. Man.
I was wounded. Man. I was wounded like our players were wounded. I said, man, now I'm starting to hate the Chiefs.
Oh,
they ain't even in our division, and I hate the Chiefs.
Because they've taken bread off our table a couple of times. I can't have that in my interviews last year, too. You know what? It's cool. We got them. Hopefully we'll get them. I don't see them getting beat in the playoffs either. So.
I hope we get that rematch, Ronbo. I pray to God we get that rematch.
But you know what? It can't come down to I think they can beat the Bills, but they can't beat Cincinnati. Cincinnati owns the Chiefs, and if that and Cincinnati.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, so we'll see though. All right.
I don't know. John, they got to get past the. Yeah.
They got to get to the playoffs too, but yeah, we'll see. Anyway, John, I'll tell you what I'm going to do, man. We're looking for you. Glad you got in here. I'll tell you what, let's see you. We'll be back Friday to talk about the game coming up, all right?
Yeah. I'm going to put you on my notifications, man,
all right,
so I don't miss these calls. I always miss them, and I always catch them after. But, all right, Ronbo. Y'all be John. Cool, faithful, stay up. We got this. Let's go.
Have a great night. Here goes John Des. Somebody explain to me how a Texas boy has the unmitigated audacity to show up in here talking trash about how we beat the Cardinals. Some people have no shame. Hey, Casey.
Yo, Ronbo, can you come back to me?
Casey, you know this is possible. I know you're probably busy doing something very
important. Thank you,
I'll be back. Okay. Yeah, boy, Texas boy. We got some notorious dudes that come in here, don't we? How you gonna be a Texas? Hey, E.
What's good, Ronbo?
We're just in there doing Victory Monday on a Tuesday, because we've been like rolling through teams like a hot.
Yeah, victory every day, baby. Every day is a victory for us.
I know when you're a 49er fan, that's all.
Brock Purdy don't step to the field, we get all victory, boy.
I mean, the thing is, did not miss a beat. The boy,
yeah,
he made a couple mistakes. What quarterback does it? But he cleans them up nice.
What person does it?
I'm loving it. I just want to know if he's confident enough to do it. And that's the answer to that, yes. Oh.
Yo, Eminem, man. I'm telling about Eminem. Mitchell and McCaffrey is going to let him. Brock Purdy might get 150, 200 yards, like I'm thinking, hopefully. But we're going to get about 300 yards rushing.
That's all he needs.
Watch next game, we get about 300 yards rushing.
You know what? You're going to get more than you're going to get an equal amount on the pass. So you know why, fam? Because as long as McCaffrey's out there flying around as your check down, there's a funny thing about I got Debo and McCaffrey as my check down. How many teams in NFL history have had check downs like that?
And still, hold on, don't forget Middle Kittle.
I hadn't even.
That's how he got a TD, two TDs.
How about my 1,000-yard receiver, Brandon Ayuk, standing back there? I mean, Kittle's like become the man at arms. Ayuk is weapon number one, air support. As I said, I got my insurance policies on both sides of the field. I got juice
And
that
behind
can come out of nowhere and make a reception. This team is
Yo,
just
did you see what
disgusting with
that man?
talent.
Did you see him break his ankles?
Did.
The fullback, did you see him in the middle? And that dude tried to tackle me. Pop! He hit him. Broke his ankles.
They should give him the ball more often, E.
Yes, he should be the second tight end. Not Croft in my mind. But I mean, if they do the, running back, fullback, 2 tight ends, that's different. But if they got the 2 tight ends and 1 back in the backfield, Juice should be that tight end.
Kyle's unique way of thinking, E, don't worry about it, because you know what? That amoeba, the way it moves and circulates. When you know that touchdown that I posted it up, that touchdown that Elijah Mitchell got, as soon as that defense looked up and seen McCaffrey going in motion, every head, I said, McCaffrey scares people. And Elijah, what did he do? He capitalized on that. Are y'all looking left? I'm going right, baby. Boom!
I'm going right.
Touchdown, Niners!
And you only need a second or half a second. When you that fast, these are athletes. If you get a second in front of a person or on the left or the right of them, it's a wrap.
It's over.
Count that shit, bro. Goodbye.
Man, it's just wait till Debo gets back. Oh my God! Now what is the defense going to do? As I said earlier, when McCaffrey first got there, as soon as Kyle figures out how to totally take a defense apart, look out. It may take a few weeks, but look out. Oh, my God, look out.
Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Let's just get them.
They saved
Ain't no big thing.
And Kyle still got some
But Purdy,
stuff in his
like I said, Purdy's been doing good. I know, CMC and everybody's been helping him out. But this young man has showed, honestly, I like Jimmy G. I like all 49ers. He showed me that he has another level above what I have seen in the past 10 years.
He's brilliant.
Like, I like what I've seen already for these 6 games, and I like it. I don't know what's going to happen next year. It is what it is. But this year, we got 49ers and Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
We can only hope.
Rematch.
We can only hope, boy, because
Eminem, man. Let's pump Eminem. Eminem, Mitchell and McCaffrey is going to take us to the win. Mitchell and McCaffrey.
See. The one thing I love, what you're leaving out the Debo factor, and that's crazy because the fact is, teams have to deal with Mitchell and McCaffrey. The M&Ms is bad enough. Then we go throw some other candies in there as well, and give them a
Don't forget Debo, Ayuk, and Kittle, and Jennings. Don't forget Big JJ.
Oh, I did. We got such an abundance of weapons.
Yeah, boy, we gonna hit them. Like when we hit them, we hit them. You know what I mean?
Hey, are you a Rambo fan? Remember when Rambo used to get? Are you a Rambo fan? John Rambo.
Yeah, first blood.
Remember when Rambo used to go out there, he was getting ready to go out and kick ass? He started loading up his weapons. You'd see him put the knife in. He's got the bullet belt going. He's put a knife down in his boot. He's got guns everywhere. All that's the 49ers offense.
Face and all that shit. Yeah, you get ready for war, baby. Get ready for war. Put the camouflage on. Do what you got to do. You know what I mean?
Oh, God. And tell the other team's coach, when Rambo's up in the mountains, well, here comes his captain. Well, your men are in trouble. Why do you say that? Because I trained him. that's Kyle Shanahan talking to the other guy. So this team is fit for the kill. Oh God, I love this team. Anyway, E, what else you want to add? Anything else?
We set up for a dynasty. What's that nigga? The GM, George Lynch. I think he's playing like a safety. He's doing what he's doing. He's doing a great job. He's putting us in an opportunity to be doing this for 5 to 6 years.
I know. That's what the plan was in the first place.
Coach, which baby genius, has showed that he has some genius in him and pushing the right buttons. We said we didn't have a well. McCaffrey and Mullins didn't do what this guy's doing.
True.
So we can't say, Jimmy G did good. Jimmy got us wins, but this guy's something different. I say that again. He's something different.
Yeah, a couple of players said that too about him. So we're going to see where he's going to take us. And as I say, he's 22 years old. He's played 5 games. 5 games. That's all.
5.
Midway through the season. But you like Fred Warner said, I ain't surprised because Fred basically said we beat his butt every day and we make him better. You know, he had so by the time he says any other defense, he ain't even worried about it.
And look, he 12 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Jimmy G ain't nowhere near them numbers. I'm sorry to say it. Not to bring his name up like that, but we haven't seen them numbers in a minute.
Yeah, Jimmy didn't have any INTs this year though. He had 4, and one of them wasn't even his fault. Jimmy was coming along though. It's greasy, and for a guy that didn't have any preseason,
he did very good this year.
Yeah, for a guy that didn't have any preseason, Jimmy started off getting his preseason, but after he got rolling, that game against the in Mexico, that was the real G. He'll be fine. I don't know where he's going next, but Jimmy G, somebody should pay him. He's good, no doubt.
Yeah, he going to the depth maybe. But like I said, I like
if he did.
I mean, just
too.
I want to ask you, Ronbo, because I think who you think, Brock Purdy or Jimmy G, is playing better today? I mean, I guess he's hurt, so you can't say that. But
yeah,
what you think?
Jimmy gets the ball out a little quicker. He sees the field and makes his judgments a little quicker. Brock and Jimmy are very close. I wouldn't give Brock the complete edge there because Jimmy was playing great ball, and I like the way Jimmy gets that ball out quick and takes the pressure off that offensive line as much as possible. But Brock's going to get there, and Brock adds another element too. He can get out of the way quickly to see the field if things do break down. I'm not going to take away from Jimmy because he was really looking good as he was coming down the stretch. He was actually second to Patrick Mahomes only in DVOA in efficiency. So yeah, we're going to see. Hey, but we got a good quarterback, no doubt about it. I tell you what, look,
we got 3 of them. Yeah,
we got to wait and see what he's going to do next year. But fam, I'm going to see you Friday. Get on back in here, and we're going to give the scores and talk about Texas, boy. And we're going to see what we're going to do this weekend. Yep. All righty. Have a great night, fam.
You too, Big Ronbo. Good like, subscribe, hit anything. Thanks for the production. Let's go.
Thanks,
Niner.
Yeah. 49ers the weapons we have. Thanks, fam. Night. 49ers
too many weapons. Too many. CSC, Debo, Sale, IU, Kittle. We got them all, baby.
All right, fam, let me see
we got them all. Everybody need an award. Warner, everybody.
All right. All right. And 49ers Faithful says, the weapons we have, we should score 40 plus to get everyone involved. Good thing Brock is thinking that way. You know, the thing is, Shanahan does run. When you see him running too much to McCaffrey, or this is like he doesn't like to spread the ball around all the time. Kyle's looking at the weaknesses. If he thinks McCaffrey can do a number on him, he will. If we can still spread the ball around, he will. Remember, a lot of those are play calls. Brock does some on his own, but a lot of it is Kyle's design and play call. So Kyle's got to make that call. He's got to call. Because when you see Juice get the ball all of a sudden, that was Kyle. You know, he's going to, at some point, he's already let the reins off of him, as I said, a little bit. Kyle's, he's not the chokehold's been off. So we have seen him some plays off schedule. Luis Etch, happy cats there. Rest in Pete. Dwight, destroy the chickens. Dwight, rest in Pete, Dwight. Who are we talking? Clark, is today the day? Anyway, RIP for Dwight anyway, though. Remember, it also says 23, 85, 19, 25, 11, 44. Which one you want to shut down? We're not faithful. What? 23, 85, 19. Are those the numbers of the players? That's reads like a code to kill. That's the nuclear code. 23. That's it. 23, 85, 19. Did you leave 13 out? 23, 35, 90, 97. You got to change that code if that's what you're doing. There's a couple more numbers in there. Nick Bosa is also a part of that destruction. Fam, thanks so. Alex.
Hello? Ronbo.
Alex, come on in.
How are you doing, Ronbo?
Alex, doing fabulous. So, right now, if you're a 49er fan, you can't help but to be doing fabulous. It's just ridiculous when you look at the amount of riches we have on that team and look around the NFC West and look how they're all going to be in the soup line next year compared to us. Alex, I'm looking at Brock Purdy as a potential rookie of the year. When do they give that award out? Is it the end of the regular season? Because if it is, it'd be nice if they wait until the playoffs are over. And let's see what Brock does, and he can still win Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, Brock has made a very strong case of winning Rookie of the Year. I don't think they're going to validate him just because he didn't play the actual full season, but you never know.
Yeah, and not again. But you would think if you take that rookie and he'd be the first one in history to win a Super Bowl or even get into a Super Bowl, man, yeah, that just erases anything anybody else did. I'm trying to think of another rookie that's had a great year this year. Can you think of any offhand? Chat, any questions? I mean, that's a question for you. Think of some of the best rookies of the year, and so we can compare them. But Alex, go ahead.
Offensively, I really don't know any, but defensively, isn't Tariq Woolen a rookie?
With his lightning-like speed, yeah, for the Hawks, that's true. He's been good.
Yeah, that's only player I'm concerned from the Hawks wise, but
yeah, well, he gave us some
really
little
good.
trouble last time, actually. Didn't he? I think he made a play or two. But is he a safety or he's a safety, right? Linebacker? What is he?
I thought he was a cornerback.
Is he a corner?
I'm not 100% sure about that. Yeah, I think he's a corner, but I'm not 100% sure.
No, I think you're right. So why didn't he do more damage? He didn't do that much damage.
I don't know, Rob. Yeah, I think it's just because we have so many weapons on the field, you know.
Yeah.
There's only so much one player could do. So yeah.
Yeah. I like that. We need a T-shirt. There's only so much you can do. Niners 2023.
Truly, because I don't know, I'm a little bit concerned about the Seahawks, just because last year it's really hard to beat three times, beat a team 3 times in a season. You know, it's really difficult.
Okay, but listen, fam, I just want to tell you this though. We would have beat the Rams last year. I got Jimmy G with a bad hand and right shoulder, bad hand. Both I got Kowalski T dropped what would probably been a momentum swing. That was right in his chest. If they were making a difficult catch, okay, but that was a catch that he had to make, right? I've also got Trent Williams, the best left tackle in football, dragging his foot like it was a dead weight up and down that line of scrimmage. If I just have all I need is Williams and Jimmy. Kowalski could miss that pass. Jimmy beats the Rams every day, all day, anytime he wants, and the Rams know it. And they only beat us by a field goal. That's why I said imagine if I just had 2 of 3 of those situations that the Rams were able to capitalize on, we still go to the Super Bowl. Guaranteed. Damn it.
Yeah.
So we'll win.
One leg and,
we're healthy this year.
Yeah. I'm not taking any teams like
for granted.
It was like whatchamacallit? Yeah, for granted.
Yeah.
Because the playoffs, anything could happen in the playoffs. It's like what happened in the regular season, like forget about it. It doesn't matter anymore, you know?
Yeah.
All that matters is that you
win
win the playoffs.
Yeah.
That it doesn't matter. Like the team can stay hot, but
who prepares a team better
we're hot as it gets, you know?
But who prepares a team for the playoffs better than Kyle Shanahan? You know, we got through the playoffs last year in amazing fashion. Kyle's grown in that aspect. The team is more mature now. I don't look for any letdown. And if anybody thinks the 49ers are going to go in taking the Hawks for granted, they got a surprise coming. The 49ers are not going to look at that team other than an opponent in the way.
Yeah, I think it's going to be like a massacre, though. Like, it's going to be like a straight blowout, in my opinion. But I don't get too cocky because I don't want to.
Oh, I hope so. Oh, my God, I hope so.
Yeah, so I'm just going to stay quiet for now. I'll just talk after the game.
Which is the best thing to do.
Yeah,
I go too far. I'm yelling and screaming before the game. Yeah. So, I'll be like embarrassed.
Yeah, I learned my lesson when we almost lost to the Raiders.
I know.
Man.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. The Raiders got too much talent to believe. I don't know what's wrong with that team. They're way better than their record.
I think it's coaching.
It is.
I think it's the coaching, Ronbo. Like, they got so many weapons. They got Darren Waller. He's not George Kittle or Travis Kelce, but he's up there with the tight ends.
I put him in the top 5. Darren Waller's a bad dude. And then they got Devontae.
Yeah, hell of a player.
They got Josh Jacobs. Oh, my God. And they got, what's his name?
Yeah.
Mad Max coming off the edge. They had some people out, but still, man, come on, man. That team's supposed to do better than that.
Yeah, I think it's just coaching. But I think that's why so many Raiders fans want McDaniel out,
And they should.
Josh McDaniel.
That's too much. And what if that talent starts to get low? What's he going to do then? I imagine he's really going to get his ass handed to him then. I don't feel sorry for the Raiders, though. I love it.
Yeah, me too. You know what's going to be the cherry on top, though, for the Raiders?
What?
Because I was reading an article earlier that Devontae Adams was the reason – Derek Carr was the reason why Devontae Adams is a Raider. So I can just imagine Devontae Adams, requesting a trade. Because Derek's not going to be their guy next year. Because he's going to leave Derek Carr.
And he's going to be a pain in the neck if he doesn't. You're right. I bet that's the case.
Yeah.
Woo.
Anyways, not a problem. They're going to be mediocre years to come,
I hope so. I love it.
Because it's the Raiders.
Exactly.
They're like the Dallas Cowboys. What can go wrong will go wrong.
Hey, we're going to see, fam, we're going to see you Friday if you got time and come and give us that score. Alex, good to hear from you again. All right.
All right, Ronbo. Thank you, Ronbo.
Thank you, fam. Night.
Good night.
Hey, yo, KC.
Yeah, what's shaking, Ronbo?
Casey, I love when you talk quietly like this. I always see a movie in my mind with Casey. He's standing behind a door quietly. He can't let the people outside hear him because he owes them money for a bet he has not yet paid. Casey, listen.
Ronbo, I've been playing for 12 years. Not one person knows me money, and I don't know anyone money in poker.
Good thing you're better than some of my friends. I've known some guys that do have in real life gotten themselves into that situation. Loan sharks. You cannot take money from loan sharks. I used to tell friends that a long time. Look, man, how much you borrow? Man, I needed money and I needed it bad. Well, okay, what's the interest rate? You know what it is. I know. What the hell did you do that for? And then, of course, but Casey, enough of that joke. Casey, you got, I'm looking at, I've already dubbed Brock Purdy possibly in the running, but he hadn't played enough games, I guess. So some of the other guys around the league, as far as offensive player of the year, are probably going to beat him out. But, Brock, he's really unusual. And
yeah, he kind of is, isn't he?
Yeah, and so I'm thinking, be nice to see if he can get that. He's learning on the fly, and meanwhile, we're still winning games. Everybody says, yeah, Casey, you've probably seen it too. Man, I could go in there and quarterback the 49ers and still win. Haters that they're not 49er fans, they don't understand Kyle Shanahan's offense is nothing simple. So, but what are you thinking, Case? Are you feeling confident going forward with BP?
Well, Ronbo, thanks for taking my call on this Tuesday. I hope you've been having a great day.
Always a pleasure, Casey.
Shout out to the 49er Empire.
Yeah.
I just hope that the 49ers want to be the 49ers and win the Super Bowl, and don't forget that the Seahawks probably want to beat the 49ers.
Well, they do.
So I hope that it won't be. I hope they won't lose sight of doing their best. So.
It's a good luck
yeah,
sign.
man.
Casey, if in the first series, it seems now, we always play like poop. I'm starting to look at that as a good luck sign, good luck omen. You know why? Because the 49ers seem to wait. Whoa, we're in the game now. Let's go. We get slapped the bejesus out of them in the first series by the other team. And then they come back and just annihilate them. So if we don't get slapped in the first series by the Hawks. Say it again.
Didn't TCU go up 7-0 last night?
I know, see? And that was the last thing they seen. They had to pull the dogs off them 60-something points in the national championship game? Oh, my Lord, that's embarrassing.
The Georgia Bulldogs covered the over themselves
3 or 4 times. What was the over-under on that? I mean, what was the gap on that? What were they supposed to win by?
They were favored like 13 or something, 13 and a half.
And Casey,
And
there were
everything I
people
heard,
that took that spread too.
yeah.
Oh,
Well,
man.
everything I heard made me everything I've learned this year told me that Georgia was gonna cover because I was such a sucker for the Buccaneers last week at plus 200. I was like, how are the Bucks at plus 200? Give me the Bucks. And I put them on my 8-teamer. And then the Falcons just,
30 points.
decided to win the ball game. All you can do is go forward in football, Ronbo. You have to drive down the field.
They made Tom
It's not
sit
like
down.
hockey where you can like play in the deep. You can play in the back if you want, or you can just toss the ball up front and like.
That coach did not. Tom, what's his name? He did not care. He made Tom sit down. Did you see Tom on the sideline? He felt like you, Casey. He was all pissed off. Tom wanted to play.
Yeah, and I wish the Chargers put Justin Herbert back in at the end to help my 5-teamer or my 6-teamer. I forget, but anyway.
We're lucky to see
God,
Brock
what
Purdy
a
on the field.
tough
What?
week.
You know what, Casey? Next year, do not bet on those final games of the season, especially with a team that's already in. They're liable to do that.
Well, Rumble, I just I know it's like a crapshoot and whatnot, but I mean,
You could have took the Eagles game.
Like,
Who else?
I mean,
The
if you know the
Vikings?
rosters, like, you know what I mean, like. But I know this. I got a guy that he went like plus 157 units this year on single bets. And so I figure if I just do that, if I just listen to his picks, I mean, he had this one week, man, where the only one he missed was the Ravens and the Jaguars. When the Jaguars came back to beat the Ravens. I don't know how the Ravens are a 10-win team this year. That's crazy to me.
The
I'm
who?
betting
you
the
say the
house
Raiders?
on Joe Burrow. I'm betting the house on Joe Burrow.
No, you can
the
take them
Ravens.
seriously. I don't know who they play in the first round, but they've got a lot of things going on for them. They got a good run game. Trevor looks good. They got a great defense. They can actually, they can be dangerous, really dangerous. Somebody's gonna lose.
Wait, who are you saying, Rumble? Who are you saying, Rumble?
Jacksonville, right? We're talking about Jacksonville.
No, I'm saying I'm betting the house against the Ravens.
Oh, the Ravens! I thought you were. Yeah, well, you can do that.
I don't know how they're a 10-win team, man.
Yeah, well, because I know, right? Because what's his name isn't playing. Well, as long as Lamar's on the field, that's another team that depends entirely on the quarterback. You know, and if he's not having a good day,
like this,
then that's.
I don't like this. I don't like the 18-week schedule. It's got the Seahawks with the 5th-round pick next year in the playoffs and stuff like that. And the Eagles are in the 10th round or the 10th.
Yeah.
The Eagles get the 10th pick next year. There's some weird things going on right now, man.
It's about the trades. You make the trades with the right people, and the right things go wrong or right. Then you end up with these picks.
But that was funny when the caller said that they'd get 2 7th-round picks for D'Amico. I was like, they get 2 Brock Purdy's for D'Amico Ryan.
Who wouldn't want
what
that?
John Lynch is able to do, man. John Lynch, there needs to be a documentary on his coaching and like I want to see like behind the scenes of his like interview processes and stuff because he just knows how to like find the players that
fit
are
in.
good at getting it in on the field,
And are good locker room presences, just people that you can depend on to keep the atmosphere as positive as it's been. And I think they really really serious with that.
He's kind of like Tony Stark, man, because like he's such a heavy hitter, but like he's from Stanford, like he's just a sharp guy, man. Like, and really, it's not even about like that whole joke about screw them pigs and whatnot. Like it's almost more of like it's almost more of like value the picks though with John Lynch because he knows like he can just get talent at any level,
And by the way, Casey, have you noticed we haven't had any phone calls on the police station saying we've got one of your players down here? This is what you got to do. You got to screen them boys, man. You got to be careful.
I was watching Christian McCaffrey right behind the boombox last week, and I'm like, this team has all the right pieces right now.
Absolutely, Case.
Yeah,
we got to go, and I tell you what, I'll be back Friday looking for you, and your 49ers going to win this from Ronbo 100. to 2. Guys.
Oh man, I don't care. I just want them to stay healthy and get past this stupid wild card round. I missed the top 2 seeds, like getting a bye week. I don't like this one team gets a bye week thing.
You're going to make up for it, Casey. You know how it goes. You lose this week, but you just clean up next week, and next week is your week, Casey. Your week. Believe it. All right, Pep.
Or like the second round, the second seed should start like plus 5 points or something. Like they need to get something more for the second seed.
Okay, there you go. Case, we really gotta go.
You know what I mean?
It'll be okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'll see you Friday.
Later, Ronbo.
All right. This is the thing, you know, Casey. You know, we haven't heard from Shabazz. I hope he's okay, because you know how Shabazz is. Shabazz, he goes big or he doesn't go at all. Casey's feeling pain, but Shabazz may too. There were some games that shouldn't have happened the way they did last week. It is time to get your lay on. Get on this ship and say we're on our way to Hawaii. It's Tony Nagatani. Tony!
Aloha, Ronbo. How you doing?
Tony, I'm doing fabulous. Here we are again in the thick of things. I love being in the thick of things, Tony. I get depressed when we're not doing well as a 49er. You know, and the thing is, Tony, some guy said on the Twitter, you know how Twitter people are. He says, you know what? I tell you what, I'd rather have one Super Bowl and go into 9-10 years of misery. What? That's not fun.
No, that's absolutely no fun whatsoever. Speaking as a fan base that lived through Dennis Erickson and Chip Kelly and all sorts of stuff. You know,
and it wasn't 10 years, but it still hurt like hell. I hate that. You just feel this darkness around you all the time. No, I'd rather build a good team that competes all the time, and eventually you're going to win that Super Bowl if you're competitive all the time. I don't go through that misery for a Ram 1 victory. We bought all those mercenaries and we won. Now we're going to get our brains beat out for God knows how long. Tony, let me stop.
You know, it's so funny too because the Rams they bought that Super Bowl and it didn't do anything for their fan base. You know, there's still no Rams fans in Los Angeles. So it's like you spent all your capital, you brought in the hotshot young head coach, did all that stuff. You won the Super Bowl, but still the Chargers are going to be a more beloved team in the Los Angeles area than the LA Rams. And
amen.
You know what? But that's okay. That's okay. But we're here to talk about some 49ers football.
Anyway.
And I'm very excited to do so. So, here's the thing. I'm looking at this roster and the front office, Kyle, the training staff, and of course the players. Everybody is, we're as healthy as we've been since the middle of the season. Mm-hmm. You know, we got back Elijah Mitchell. We're getting back Banks. We're getting back Kevin Gibbons. Mm-hmm. Javon Kinlaw appears to be pretty healthy. So all of our pieces are in play now, and we have really good above-average quarterback play. Yes. And it's allowing all of our weapons to be showcased in the exact way that Kyle Shanahan wants to do that.
Yes.
And as a result, we are on this 10-game winning streak. And it's been so much fun to watch this roster sort of come into its own. And the exciting thing now is when we go on this weekend, we're going to destroy the Seahawks. Okay?
I think so.
Rain or shine, we're going to destroy the Seahawks. And the reason why is our roster is just so much better than theirs is, top to bottom. Mm-hmm. And the Seahawks are overperforming, and the Niners have been consistent. Actually, we've been ramping up into this point now where the team is finally firing on all cylinders, and it's going to be playing the best football of the season in the playoffs. And that's why Pete Carroll was so scared today in his press conference when he said, unfortunately, we play the Niners, and they are so good.
I've got to go watch that, Tony. Thanks for pointing that out. I didn't know about that.
He's absolutely right. But, okay, so let's break this down here. When the Niners and Seahawks last played, it was on a Thursday night game in Seattle. Brock Purdy had a strained oblique.
Yes.
And, so short week of rest, and he was hurt, playing hurt. And then at the same time, we still didn't have Javon Kinlaw or Elijah Mitchell able to play in the game.
No
so
Debo.
Fast forward to this week. No Debo. This week, we get back Debo, he'll be playing. Elijah Mitchell is going to be playing. Javon Kinlaw and Kevin Givens are both going to be in there playing. Those are some X-Factor type players that are going to wreak havoc on Seattle. And I'll be honest, I think it's going to be a statement game on both sides of the ball for the 49ers this week, even in the rain. Even in the rain. The Seahawks can't stop the run anyway, but we now have 3 running backs who could be of starting caliber in the NFL, all that kind of do a little bit different things coming at them. We still have George Kittle. We still have Kyle Juszczyk. We still have Debo Samuel now. He's back. Christian McCaffrey, I think, has been, a fantastic acquisition. And I was critical of that trade in the beginning, like when it first happened, just because of how much they gave up to get him. But I thought they gave a little too much for him. But he has been the biggest difference in the first half and the second half of the season has been Christian McCaffrey. He unlocks Kyle's offense and makes them multiple. And now they can be so multiple. It is going to be exciting to watch because think about it this way too, Ronbo. We really have 3 wide backs who can play right now. We have Christian McCaffrey, Debo Samuel, and Ray Ray. Those are 3 players.
Oh, my God. I keep forgetting about him and Juwan. Yeah. If I left anybody else out, we keep, every time somebody calls in now, we mention another name, I say, that's right. That's right. That's right. It's ridiculous.
We talk a lot about complementary football, but the roster was constructed in such a complementary way. And if the Niners go up big, watch out. That's when Nicky B is going to get 4 sacks. And that's the thing. Yeah. The bigger the lead we can get on the team, force that quarterback to drop back and become predictable, and then that's when that D-line is going to feast. And so we can win the game with offense. We can win games with defense too, but now that we have those 2 pieces, complementing one another, we can really do some damage in the playoffs and just beat the Seahawks this week and decimate them. And I'm so excited to see the game on Saturday.
It's going to be so much fun. And, I don't worry about DK anymore. Tyler Lockett, now that Jimmy Ward's in the slot, you got polished pros dealing with both of those. And that's the best thing the Hawks have going for them. So if you take them down, it's over.
John Lynch went out and got Mooney Ward to play cornerback for the 49ers so he could shut down DK Metcalf, so he could shut down DeAndre Hopkins, and in the NFC title game so he can shut down A.J. Brown. This plan is coming together. This plan is coming together, and it's going to be really awesome. A
good plan comes together. Tony, it's always wonderful. Please come back Friday. I want to hear more from you for sure.
I'll do my best. I'll be in Vegas betting, so we'll see if I can. But
look at Tony's on his way to go get some money. Yeah, make the right choices. I don't want you talking like Casey. Casey sounds so down and out right now. Casey, you'll be okay. Casey, go to Vegas and meet Tony. He'll show you how to do.
Take good care, Ronbo.
You too, Tony. Good luck. I wish you'd call me from Vegas too. We'd love it. All right, Tony.
I'll do my best. All right.
Later. That'd be so much fun. If we're winning that game and Tony's got some kind of a party going on all day. Rob, look at my card. What happened today? Every one of his games were winners. Oh, that'd be so awesome.
Ronbo.
Dead or head, man. You're killing me, man, working G&D. I'm loving it. Keep working him. Oh, God, that's wonderful stuff. I can't even repeat it. Hey, Liam, get in there. It's party time.
Yes.
We're in the playoffs, and we ain't got nothing but smiles and glorious things going on right now. You feel that smile all the way down in your tummy, But Liam, what's on your mind here? I've already dubbed Brock Purdy as being the Rookie of the Year. Of course, I'm biased, and I see everything through red and gold glasses, but he's done a good job. He hasn't played enough games, I guess, compared to some of the other guys, but, And also, do you feel confident that,
which players had more of an impact?
You wish more players had an impact.
Find a play.
I agree. Some people say
in the rookie category.
Oh, I know, right? Liam, here's the thing, though. Have you heard people saying things like, the 49ers are hooping and hollering. I get the Raider fans, of course. You guys hooping and hollering. Y'all ain't played nobody this year. Everybody you played was a cakewalk. By the way, Chad, I want to address you with that question, too. is it fair to say in any given NFL, those are all professional teams? Now, to beat them
Well,
doesn't necessarily mean they're inferior. Some of them are, but not all of them. You need for a 17 and 18 weeks for you to lose only 3 or 4 times is not bad. I don't care how you play, who the competition is, except in this case of the Vikings. But us, no.
okay. Well, I mean, put it this way. We played some of the best quarterbacks in the league this year. People talk about Geno Smith. What a success story. We played Geno Smith twice. We played the phenom Justin Fields.
Yes.
We played the GOAT Russell Wilson. We played Matt Stafford. We played the one and only Patrick Mahomes. We played the best
Did you leave
non-Patrick
Tom Brady
Mahomes
out?
quarterback in the AFC West, Justin Herbert.
Yes.
We played against Tom Brady. We played against Tua. We played against Kyler. I mean,
So
how
what do they
about
want?
that?
What do they
How
want
about them
from us?
apples?
Right, I agree. So why do people keep? You know, you guys, you got through a soft schedule. Weren't we in the top 5 of the most hardest schedules of the year? Or were we not really? I still say, you know, we went through some competition, and to only lose 4 times, right? You know, that's not. You know, we had no business losing to the Broncos. Okay, you know, we lost to the Falcons.
Each game is its
and they
own
caught us
unique
just right.
story.
Yeah, I agree.
Each game has its own unique way of being. You know, you never know what's going to happen out there.
And anything
But
can happen. Anything can happen.
it was an absolutely amazing season. It was
Fully.
just so sweet.
Mm-hmm. I'll never forget
And,
2023, 2022, 2020. I really won't. This has
No.
been like an incredible year. I've loved it.
Absolutely unforgettable.
Now, if we could just put the
It's-
frosting on this cake with a Super Bowl win. Ooh, God.
With, you know, with McCaffrey, this team is unstoppable.
Yeah. It's like Tony says. Now,
And,
it's not about the quarterback as much as it is certain players. McCaffrey makes that offense everything Kyle wants it to be and more. You know, this is the piece. He wanted this years ago when he went after Jet McKinnon, but McKinnon didn't work out. That's what he was looking for in McKinnon. He got it with McCaffrey.
So, I don't know. People just want to hate, you know.
I
That's
know,
what they
I
do.
know. Well, they're jealous. I mean, you know, your team's getting beat by the same
Yeah, of
miserable
course.
teams that they say we're beating, and it's just not pleasant, you know.
No, and I mean, look at the coaches too. I mean, some of the coaches we went up against, absolutely elite, all-time great coaches.
I know, including over there in Seattle. You know, Pete Carroll. I have to take my hat off to him, and I hate to do it,
Yeah,
but to take that team with the talent he has, and he still managed to squeeze into the playoffs. They got a lot of pride over there in Seattle. Pete Carroll, I got nothing
Big
respect for him. I really do.
you know, only 4 other teams in 49er history have won at least 10 games in a row.
I know. Yeah,
We're in pretty rarefied air.
I know.
And
loved it.
yeah,
We're not
It's-
done yet. We're not done.
no, it's just getting started, baby. It's just getting
Can you
started.
imagine? It's just wow.
This game is going to be crazy.
What a Cinderella season. You go through 3 quarterbacks. You sustain the same
Yeah.
amount of injuries we almost sustained every year. And we still, thanks to the planning and coordinated efforts by Lynch and Shanahan to keep depth quality high. You know, Liam, it's just a work of genius this year.
It's been pretty interesting. Like, you know, if you look at their sort of framework for how they like find guys, I think that's a big part of the reason why they have Purdy.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he represented for them this mentality, this sort of mindset, this like way of thinking, this way of being.
Mm-hmm.
And like the guy just eats, sleeps, and breathes football. You can see it. And
Mhm.
like he's just so locked in, so focused. That's what he cares about, and he just fits the DNA. So it's like when you've got your finger in the air and you're like feeling for a particular thing, you know, you're gonna find it when it comes your way. And like that's a pretty big deal that they got that player at the last pick of the draft. Like, that's pretty wild.
It is extremely
That
wild.
might be
could be a first.
Like, and I don't know. Like, people are just saying like, oh well, how many other guys are like this out there in the NFL? Like, they just need to get a chance. Like, interesting question.
It is
interesting question.
Now can you find
but like
them?
we've seen so many quarterbacks, and like, yeah, I think somebody was mentioning this. Like, they don't do this. This isn't what's happened. So it's like,
it's all formula.
It's either found like, you know, lightning in a bottle, or it's like found money. Like, it's like house money. Like, we're
just happen to find
what a blessing. Like, how did this happen?
It's like you say, it's just not normal. It's going to happen once every now and then, but it's not going to be a regular thing.
Yeah.
Because coaches or scouts are all lazy. They got a formula. If that player fits it, they put him on the list and they give it back to the GM, let him go down through it, and they do it. They don't sit. The 49ers have a checklist of things, and you can tell. That's when they go out for a player, they know exactly what they're doing, and it shows. So I don't want to hear any more about Fire Lynch and Shanahan again. I'm done with that. I'm saying
there's certain values, traits, ethics, like they look for in a guy, and it matters to them.
And it's going to continue to do so. Liam, production's sticking and hitting me with it in the back. We got to stop though. Let me see.
So exciting! It's going to be amazing to watch this team in the playoffs. What a great season!
Wait this weekend, Liam. We'll see you Friday. Bring some more
Ronbo.
stuff. All right, we're going to talk about that Fox game.
Sir.
All right, fam. Have a great night.
All right.
Thanks, Liam.
Okay, bye, Robert.
Liam up in Canada way. 49 Brian says, I want us to completely destroy Seattle. All of us do, you know. Because that team, how much of a pain in the ass have they been down through the years? Donut and Tate, Tanisha. JD is mad. That's number one. JD is mad because Purdy has done what Geno hasn't in his whole career. Average 2 to 3 TDs per game. And see you in 4 days. Go Niners, JD. D, that was a personal message just for you. Donut and Tanisha, thanks, fam. And get in there, Big Bill.
What's up, Ronbo?
Bill, I thought about you as I was laying on the floor in tears laughing as Michael Irvin and Skip Bayless did that little skit before the show started. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. What happened to your team? What happened to your team? And every time Mike tried to say to him, shut up. Shut up. I said, I know Bill caught this. This is God, this is made for television, movie stuff. Michael Irvin had nothing to say. Bill, you're walking around in the Texas area. What do Cowboy fans look like right now, real quick?
Grumpy, angry, know the end is coming.
The grim, Bill, you should walk around with a Grim Reaper suit around, if you can find one, and just walk around them. You ought to. Okay, let me stop. I need to have sympathy for Texas boy and everything that they stand for. But Bill, what are you thinking here, Bill? I'm watching Brock Purdy learning as he goes and picking him out as Rookie of the Year. You know, what do you think? Am I on the right track here?
Yes. Anyways, I want to state this. Every time I give a high score, we struggle. We sometimes lose.
Not often, though.
I'm going to have to do something because we shouldn't have struggled against the Raiders, and we did. And the fact we got blown out by the Chiefs. And I think the last game I went and reevaluated the video on Amazon that was there that I saved, and I watched it over and over, and we kind of struggled in that one.
Which one?
Kind of in the beginning. The last time we played the Seahawks on Thursday.
21. I know. Was it 21-13?
Yeah.
Remember, we were in Seattle. Nothing ever good happens there.
Well, that's fine. I can't come up with excuses. I want to do this mainly for the team, not the fam. Hopefully they hear this. But I know this weekend the Dallas Cowboys are getting beat. If not, they're gonna get beat against Philly. The end is near. We're not going to see them in the playoffs. I think we might see Tampa Bay. A possibility.
Because they're probably going
to
beat. They're going to beat. Who are they playing? Cowboys.
Dallas.
Yeah, Tampa Bay's going to play Dallas.
They're gonna play Dallas and probably end up going to Philadelphia. Giants, I think.
Oh man, so the Vikings have had a cakewalk all year too. Maybe not though. We'll see.
I hope they do. Actually, no, I don't want them to. I want the Giants to beat them. So if we do pull that off, we face them and send them home for what they did.
Yeah,
the resting their starters being stupid.
I know, because Vikings,
if they do, they deserve to lose. I mean, honest, they should have dropped Philly to give us a number 1 seed, so we wouldn't be in this mess. And maybe they wouldn't be matched up what they have, but it's on them. They deserve it. Like I said, for you Cowboy fans, you guys, season's over. Keep being grumpy. Keep being angry. And I'm laughing out loud on it. You won't meet us, or you can't be saying we did this and that to you because we want to, but we're not going to get to. So, unfortunately, it's not happening. Now, as far as Seattle is concerned, if we get the team that played against Arizona, we're going to smash them. We're going to smash them, and they're going to acknowledge us as being their head of the table. If we play like we played against the Raiders and the Chiefs, we're going to get smashed 40-3.
Bill, no way that defense going to give up 40 points to no Hawks.
Well, I'm saying if we come out with no heart, acting like they're easy, we can't be playing like that against the Hawks. We better take them serious. Go out, smash them. Treat them like they're competitive. I don't care if we're out by 30 points. Keep smashing them.
Bill, it's the
Treat them like
playoffs.
they're a competitive team.
It's a playoffs.
And come out and
there's nobody coming out clowning in the playoffs. No way. The 49ers are going to look to steamroll those guys from first quarter to whenever Kyle pulls them off of them. Don't even worry about that part. Just worry about any mistakes.
If that happens, if we play like we've been playing, we're going to smash them, and they're going to have to acknowledge us. And I'll say that we're be the ones up 40-3. What team will we see is the question.
Yeah.
It's a 50-50 shot.
Yeah.
We play good, we smash. We don't play good, we get smashed. So now I'm going to say it's a 50-50. I want us to smash them and send them home.
Yeah. It will happen. I'm telling you. They don't have the firepower to do anything but get beat up. Strategically, they're going to try to be a pain in the ass, but that's all they can offer. Otherwise, they get steamrolled.
Yeah, of course.
I know. I said the same thing about the Raiders.
They need to be our practice. They need to be the ones to get us ready for Tom Brady and the Eagles. This is actually, I'm going to say, if we can't beat the Hawks, we don't deserve to go any further.
Amen.
We deserve to be home.
That's right. If you can't beat the Hawks, then who can you beat? Gene D.
If you can't beat the Hawks, you cannot beat the Eagles. So I'm going to put it like that. Better be ready, because I'm going to put it out like that. The Hawks are getting us ready for the Philadelphia Eagles. That's probably what it's coming down to. And we need to be ready to go into Philly, if not anything. Be ready to face the Bucks. That's all I got to say.
Well, Bill, I'm going to give you the holla and see you Friday if you got time. And looking forward to it. And
I probably won't be seeing you until maybe Monday after the game, because I'll be busy the next 2 days. But give me a 49er shout-out. And Cowboys, I'll make you the soda that you want, the Cowboy Tears. Give me a Niner shout-out.
Mama, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. It'd be a damn shame to see them lose in the playoffs yet again. Bill, here it comes. Niners! Bill, good night, fam.
Mm-hmm.
Did Texas boy leave yet? Hey, Bethel. How you gonna be a Cowboys fan and talk trash?
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
Bethel, Well, I'm sitting here. I've already actually nominated. Actually, PFF has given Brock the Rookie of the Year, and I'm liking what I'm seeing in him. I don't think that he's going to be pulled out of his. I think he's. Everybody says, well, we'll see what it looks like in the playoffs. I be concerned more in the second round of the playoffs than the first round because we know this team. It's not like a team that you don't play often.
Yeah.
So when you're going to play the Seahawks, these are the same Hawks. They're going to come in and try a little this, a little that. It's not going to help. But Vikings, the Cowboys, some of the other teams in the playoffs, those are the teams that may come in and surprise you with something. But if anybody's concerned about the Hawks bringing in surprises, the only surprise is going to be if we don't hang 35. That's the only thing that's going to surprise me. But Bethel, what are you thinking about the Rookie of the Year thing and anything else you want?
Okay, the other Rookie of the Year nomination is actually on the Hawks side. He's a running back, number 9. He's actually up for the Rookie of the Year because he actually
running back
dominated against a lot of teams, and except us, we actually dominated him. So,
what running back
if
you
you took
talking
away
about,
that running game, the Hawks is the Rookie of the Year nomination.
The Hawks running back.
There is a running back.
I forgot about him. He is good. Yeah, he is good.
Yeah, but we played him 2 times. He didn't do shit on both
and body
games.
slammed his butt, didn't he? I know.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
we're actually, and everybody knows this. The Rams should know this. If you stop the running game of the Seahawks, you could beat them.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way you could. They actually won a lot of the games because of the running game.
And that's why DK and Tyler can get loose then. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So, and then plus the only reason that they actually got any points the last time because the referees were helping them out, like they were helping them out when they played the Rams. So
I'm glad we're not playing in Seattle, man. God, Jesus.
Yeah.
Refs coming up with these miracle calls at the right time to ruin things.
Yeah, and then I looked at the press conference that Pete Carroll.
I gotta go see that.
He was praising us like he never did. This is the first time I ever seen him praise us.
I heard he said things like, he never done it before. He always says a little bit of something. He never was really bad about the 49ers.
No, but he goes, even though if we lose, like if he knows he's gonna lose because he's paying us.
Because I just heard he said, we made it to the playoffs, but unfortunately it's against the 49ers.
Yeah.
I got to go to Norm Campbell. I got to go to Norm's site. Put that
I
quote
wouldn't
down.
doubt it. He's going to have some trickery up his sleeve like he always does.
Oh, he's Pete Carroll. I wouldn't expect anything different.
Yeah. Yeah, because, it's either on, he does some stuff that,
They got to try everything they can, Bethel. Think about that. You're the Seahawks. What are you going to do? The 49ers got an endless supply of guns, and their defense is rated the best in the NFL. Now, what are you going to do? I mean, if Carroll could come up with something genius enough to slow that machine, that red and gold machine down, I'm going to be impressed. He ain't going to win, but I want to see what he can do to cause the 49ers to sweat.
Yeah, because I think I've seen that they're the number 2 special teams, I think. And,
they got a good special teams.
We are, I think, on number 7 or a little bit higher. I'm not sure.
No, they work on their special teams. They put a real hard work into that, and that's why they fired that guy that we got now. But, and he's not bad.
Hey, but he improved our special teams
a lot
because
compared
we were
to what we were.
23?
Oh, we were
compared to right now. See, so, so this should be an interesting game to watch, and if he doesn't do any trickery or the referees don't help him out, then I think we're gonna dominate like we did the last 2 games. So this is gonna be a little bit good of a warm up for our team.
Yeah.
And
I just wish it would
and
rain.
if it goes the way I think it's gonna go, I think Dallas is gonna probably win their game. Maybe
they're a 3-point favorite.
The Giants are gonna win their game. So
Vikings are a 3-point
Dallas
favorite.
is gonna probably end up going to the Eagles, and we probably play the Giants. And it depends on whoever wins. Imagine if Dallas wins and they have to come to us for the championship, and we beat them at our house.
I want to go to their house and beat them, though, because Dallas fans kill me. Just bust out crying in the stands wherever the camera's on them.
Yeah, but it's always good if you can win the championship at your house. Because,
our fans deserve it. Yeah, I know. I'm just amused by the Cowboy fans and Stephen A. Smith working them like that. Stephen still pulls that tape up from last year. That's just mean.
Yeah.
I love it.
But it'd be a lot nicer if Brady could beat them, and what the sorriest record is gonna beat the Dallas Cowboys. So
you know what? And Sean Payton will be in Dallas that night, because if that guy goes in there and loses, what's that coach's name over there in Dallas now? Anyway,
yeah.
That's why Aaron Rodgers fired him. So if they go in and lose, McCarthy, that's him. Yeah. Anyway, Bethel, we're gonna go. I'll be looking forward to Friday's celebration, as we like to do before the game. This is not as bad as the Raiders. We're playing the Hawks.
Hey, but remember, the referees were helping them a lot. If they would have threw all those flags of all those holdings, it would have been a different game. It would have not been the same.
Bethel,
and then that catch that wasn't a catch.
I agree.
People have to look at that kind of stuff.
And they should. Bethel, Friday night. Looking forward to it. You have a great night. All right.
All right.
All right.
Great night. Hit the like and let's go Niners.
Thanks, Bethel. All right. Yes, indeed. And your area code is 203. Hello.
Hey, it's my Catanzaro call, Ronbo. First-time caller.
Wait. What is your name again?
Michael Catanzaro, first-time caller.
Michael Catanzaro. Hey, Mike. Appreciate that, Mike. Glad to meet you.
49er fan. That's the nice. Hey, 49er Nation here, baby. Went to school with a 49er brother.
I don't know that
Jimmy Young, Steve Young's brother.
I'm thinking that, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and all these holidays put together, pretty much wrap them up and make. Well, I should take Christmas out before I don't want my any relatives hear me saying that. But everything else is this wonderful on this planet it's equal to these moments now. Michael, man, I'm telling you right now, I knew the 49ers were going to be a good team. I didn't know we were going to start off looking like butt cheeks, but who knew we were going to end up being the juggernaut of the NFC and sweep the West? Oh!
I did. I figured Brock Purdy, man. I had hopes for that guy, man, when I saw him coming out of Iowa State, man.
Did you really? Did you know about him before they drafted him? I mean, a lot of people
what
do.
I do is I study quarterbacks. Yes, I do a lot of studying before the draft. Like I do my quarterback studying because, I used to play football back in high school. So I kind of study these guys. I said, man, Brock is pretty damn good.
He proved that already. He's a fast read. He learns quick, got a high IQ.
Oh,
He's got everything you need to be a quarterback. Wow.
Oh, he's excellent, man. I think if you win this year for us, I'm praying to God. I'm doing it for hope the 49ers win the Super Bowl for my father who passed away.
Oh.
I think Brock is going to be our quarterback next year.
Yeah,
I think Brock is going to be our man.
I think he's already done enough that you can't take it away from him.
He's done enough to show.
He's got to be the guy next year.
He show us 49er fans. He looks good, man. And you know what, Jimmy G, I give this guy a lot of credit. I don't have nothing bad to say about Jimmy G. I understand he came from a good Belichick system. It's one of those hit or miss.
Yeah, Jimmy's.
And Trey Lance, I hope to God, he does good next year. I hope he recovers good and he, shows us that he's another good quarterback.
Yeah.
Because like I said, there's going to be teams looking at us. If we have two good quarterbacks that are real young, look at the Jets. They need a quarterback. They'll be hungry for one.
The
Jets. Yeah.
Yeah, if Michael White is not going to stay, Jimmy may become a New Yorker.
I could stop people saying Jimmy G is that, or maybe go to Vegas.
Yeah, because Mike McDaniel's over there. Could be.
Mike McDaniel. If he stays, Mike McDaniel. If Mike McDaniel goes, then no.
Yeah.
But I think the Jets. I think the Jets will take a chance on him.
Yeah, and because you've already got Sal over there, who probably lobbied for him last year. But yeah.
Yeah. And I'm hoping we beat the Seahawks because I got a couple of friends that are Seahawks fans, and I put money down. I said, you watch, you guys. The 49ers are going to come, and they're going to eat you birds up, man. Just trust me. Eagle fans, you better be waiting. Niners coming through like a freight train, baby.
Yeah, Eagle fans, and they're a surly bunch, too. I heard going to an Eagles game is like the Mets.
Mm-hmm.
I have friends out in the East Coast. You don't want to attend a Mets game or an Eagles game and say the wrong thing because people in the stands are actually taking notes. It's really.
Oh, yeah, they're recording.
They don't even, are they selling beer in Mets Stadium anymore? I said, you know what? We got bad fans out here, but I don't know if we get to that point. Well, we know Raider fans can be a little strange. They used to be when they're out in Oakland.
Yeah.
But
I got nervous with the Raiders game. I did get nervous about that game. I panicked. I said, "Oh, come on, Niners! Don't blow this one."
You know what's so funny? Because I know Cynthia's out in Baltimore area, and she went to the Super Bowl that year. The Kaepernick's out there, and she actually got into a physical altercation with a Ravens fan. So I said, "Whoa, wow. She's the lady!"
Oh man, I had a fight with somebody. I was in New York, and then they said, "Oh, you're a Niners fan. You live near New York." I said, "Damn right, I'm a Niners fan, and Niners for life."
He took exception to that, huh?
Oh yeah, I'm a Niner for life, man. I was born a Niner. I'm gonna die a Niner.
There you go. This is the marriage. People understand. If you're a Niner fan, this is the marriage. You don't get divorced.
I mean,
for no
I predict this week. I think the Niners are gonna score 36 points. I think it's gonna be 36-13. Niners are gonna just steamroll. CMC, forget about it. He's gonna be the beast. Ooh. They'll let that beast out. Him and Kittle are gonna be the two combination. They're gonna just run through.
You know what? And I hope that is the case. Let Debo just come in slowly, get a little work in.
Yeah, just get warmed up, Debo. You'll be fine.
Yeah. He's got to have one of his spectacular runs, though. He loves playing the Hawks. Drake Greenlaw, he loves playing the Hawks, too. Yeah.
Oh, I love to play against the Hawks so I can just eat those birds alive. I just want to take them and I take the coach and say, take that gum and retire with it.
Because Michael, the thing is, the Cardinals don't. I don't have any hatred for the Cardinals. I don't have it.
No, I don't either. The Cardinals remind me of my old high school logo. The Cardinals are my high school logo. They use the same kind of logo that I play football with. The Greenwich Cardinals. Yep. So it reminds me of my old high school days. Yeah, the Cardinals. They're not bad. You just need a better coach.
But the Los Angeles Rams and the Hawks beat them with extreme prejudice.
Like the guy said, they pay for a Super Bowl. We don't need to pay for a Super Bowl. We're going to earn it.
And now
they're going to with the rookie quarterback.
Absolutely.
We're going to show with a rookie quarterback. We're going to do it.
Absolutely.
I hope to see a movie come out, like you say, in the future.
I know, right?
The Brock Purdy movie.
Can you imagine? Ronnie Littlefoot's going to play that part.
After Brock Purdy. The name of a street after Brock Purdy. First rookie quarterback, last pick in the draft, making it.
Oh, that in itself is a story. God.
Oh, that's a story that I always remember. I wish my father was here today just to remember Brock Purdy, the legend of the 49ers.
He's watching.
Oh, he's watching down in Huntington. I know. He was a tire. He was the one that introduced me to Steve Young. When Steve Young moved here to Greenwich, Connecticut.
Yep. Michael, we got to go. Tell you what, good to meet you, too. And unless you got some time, we'll be back here Friday and we'll have the same kind of talk.
Well, I'll give you a call Friday with the score. I say 36-13, Niners.
He's got 36-13 now. All right. All right, Michael. Have a great night, fam.
All right. You too, boss.
Thanks.
Love your show.
Thanks, fam. Hey, Levi.
Hey, Ronbo, what's up?
Levi, man, we're looking at the growth of Brock Purdy in amazement continued as he continues each week to see him come out with that cool, calm demeanor, constantly pointing at his arm, talking about his ice pumping through his veins, and shooting his pistols after every score. He's got that kind of personality that's kind of growing on me, and that's why I picked him out. This could be the rookie of the year. how many quarterbacks? You can play another position in football, and if you consider, you can get Rookie of the Year honors. But how many rookies are playing quarterback and playing at that level? Rookie. The key word here is rookie, and doing what he's doing. But some people say, man, y'all need to know anybody could step in there and play quarterback. Look what he ain't got nothing to do but just stand there and throw the ball here and there. He can toss it off to people. I said, man, y'all don't understand football, do you? They really don't understand football.
No, they don't.
But, But that and anything else you want to get on, fam? What are you thinking?
Well, I don't like to see those people get back there and then see that pass rush come at them one time and then they be ready to tap out.
Yeah. Oh, so, that'd be hilarious.
This game ain't easy. Even if you got the best lineman in the world, and you be thinking, oh yeah, all I gotta do is just sit back. When can you throw?
Man, some of those defensive players get paid big bucks to do what they do.
Yeah, and then what are you gonna do as soon as you see a pass rush come running at you? You see somebody, some 300-pound lineman come running at you.
With Mike McGlinchey laying in the dirt. Look out! Look, Brock! What are you going to do? Are you going to get,
Come on, man. God, Mike McGlinchey has been
scary
playing well.
out there.
I think they say he ain't gave up a sack since a long time ago.
I just use him as an example. I like Mike. He's been doing well lately.
I don't want to be a Mike McGlinchey support. I don't want to be that guy. Now I got to add Mike McGlinchey to my support group.
He's getting re-signed next year, Levi. Get used to it. I told people weeks ago, listen, we're talking about it, but I'm telling you right now, he gets re-signed next year. They don't want to keep changing no offensive lineman. And Mike McGlinchey's actually playing better now. They're going to think, well, maybe his leg needed some time. But Mike McGlinchey, I don't know who that coach is doing a good job with him, I think.
Yeah.
Chris
Also,
Forster.
another earlier caller made me realize is a change in the 49ers philosophy. And we don't have those street thugs that we used to have.
We don't have what?
I remember when I used to occasionally see in the news, somebody driving crazy or
I know, right?
doing something crazy. I'm like,
Kudos.
even in our last major era, there are a lot of people that was always showing up, even in the early part of the route. What was that linebacker y'all? The other one that came in was Solomon
Reuben Foster. They learned a lot from that.
He played okay, but then he started getting in trouble.
Reuben can play some ball, too. That's what made me so damn mad. I said, Reuben, Jesus, you're talent and you stupid. And you let that girl do that to you how many times? Oh, nobody does that. Oh, don't remind me of that. I'm still mad about that. Reuben Foster's a good ball player, but he's an idiot.
Yeah, but the main part is now we don't have that.
I know,
they really did. Usually, when people say, hey, we're going to change the thing, you roll your eyes and like, yeah, we'll see.
He learned,
Wait till you find another player that has a lot of potential. And,
if you can get both, that's what you want, And the 49ers, they screen their people before they bring them in here. I don't care how good ball players are. If you say the wrong thing during those interviews, they're going to go right past you.
Yeah.
And good on them.
And I don't think they were doing it at first. At first,
No,
they said, hey, you're great. All right,
hey,
we're just trying to win. Now I feel like we getting the right pieces. They might be a little crazy at little times, but they ain't criminals.
I know, right? Because that police station calls us. That's embarrassing. We used to get them all the time when Balky was here. I mean, some scandalous scandals. But you put exclamation point. What that swimming pool incident involving them two linemen, and then you got Alden down at the police station and Trent going down there to pick him up. I said, oh, man, why can't we just behave? This is awful. It's embarrassing.
Well,
and me, why they both got to be brothers? We don't have any white boys on our team. Well, we did have one though. I forgot about what's his name, the fullback. What was his name?
I don't remember.
Yeah, he was a good ball player. He went crazy at a hotel, got drunk. He beat up some old man. And he's the only guy. He had a year before he threw his girlfriend's phone up against the wall in public, and the police got alerted to that. So he had tendencies. But yeah,
Well, so yeah, man, it's been nice. I'm like, I didn't even notice it.
Do you remember Bruce Miller?
No, I don't. I don't think
Josh, Levi, how long have you been following the 49ers? This goes back to Harbaugh, though.
Well, I've been a 49er since '96, but I took a break after our first a year or two after our first Super Bowl when we just started fading. And then I started.
Levi, don't tell me this.
I left football for a long time, so I missed a lot of bad 49ers
Levi, this is a marriage. You can't just, when things are going bad, take a vacation. You got to suffer with it in order to appreciate these good times.
I know, but Ronbo, I mean, I was young, Ronbo. I was a kid then.
You won't do it again, then.
Hey, at least I didn't want to go find somebody else.
Well, yeah, thanks.
I didn't say, hey, well, who's hot now?
Because I know we got some Seahawks fans over here with us now, pretending to be 49er fans. You know? That's a bandwagon bunch, boy.
I stayed a 49er fan. Like, I just wasn't watching the games anymore. And then Jim Harbaugh brought me back.
That's understandable.
I don't know how I found out about him. I got into fantasy football, and then Harbaugh came, and then we were good. So I kind of came back right around the Harbaugh era. And then, I was older, so I said, let me go
just
stay
because you
with
told
him.
me that, there's going to be a roll call. I don't know, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years, whatever way. If we don't know, y'all seen Levi? Back in 2023, Levi said, no, when they started looking bad, I'd take a break.
Shame. I ain't trying to go through all that emotional turmoil, Ronbo. But, I stayed through. I even stayed through the Chip Kelly and the thing.
Hey, you get merit for that. I mean, Levi, we ran out of time.
That's also how I can appreciate Kyle Shanahan. I'm glad I ain't heard no Kyle Shanahan slander yet. So,
Well, we have a lot. Beginning of last year, beginning of this year, same conversation. I ain't listening to it next year. So if we start off a little slow and start picking it up later, the 49ers have become a money bunch. They may not start off the season like some of these other teams that peak at week 9, but the 49ers by week 9, if you still looking bad, we'll beat your ass now. Yeah!
So,
Levi, we got to go. It's fun talking to you.
All right, Ronbo. When are you going to be back?
Friday.
All right, see you Friday.
All right, fam. Have a good night. And 49ers scary. Thanks, fam. Today is the anniversary of the catch. Yes. No, there's not a lot made about it. I didn't see anything about that online. I keep it. January 8th is Dwight's birthday. Saturday will be the first anniversary of going 3-0, beating the Sea Chickens. I really believe that. 49ers, some people think the 49ers are going to take the Chickens lightly. Oh, this is the playoffs. Ain't nobody taking nobody lightly. The Chickens could be getting the wrath of the 49ers like they've never seen before. Z! Z, you got a connection thing going on there. I heard something though. All right, let's get back to Z until we can get together there. And get Daryl Green.
How you doing, Ronbo?
Daryl, doing great, man, because, being a 49er fan is just a wonderful thing right now. I can't imagine being anything else.
Oh, yeah,
Woo,
man. Them bird girls, they out here, they clean the house now.
You out in the East? Eagles?
Yeah, they getting rid of everybody out here.
Are you serious? What do you mean getting rid of?
Yeah, it's like everybody leaving. They got I'm going to get rid of D-Hop.
Oh, you're talking about AZ. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, D-Hop could get him some draft picks. Kingsbury can't coach. He needs to go. And, in fact, I would entertain the thought of possibly see if I can get a first-round pick for Kyler Murray and get me another first-round pick this year.
They got him. They say he can pick. He want to pick his own coach.
I know. I read about that, too.
I'm like, what the hell?
He's going to be involved in what coach they pick up.
Oh, yeah.
The same man that will not read the program before each game is going to have a say in who becomes a coach. You know when that broke up, right? That first week when he was over there hollering at Cliff Kingsbury like he was in charge.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I just left my house. I was messing with my wife because, she go with them little cowgirls, so,
There's a lot of
I said, yeah, y'all going to be playing and y'all going to be out.
Yeah,
my
brace
wife.
her. Brady, you're gonna have to comfort her because I got a feeling Brady. You don't want to see Brady in the playoffs, not in the first round. Tom Brady ain't leaving no playoffs in the first round. The Cowboys are doomed.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one, but yeah, I think, man, yeah, them sea chickens, yeah, I think we're gonna put a whooping on them.
Yeah, we go dip them in egg
But I
bat.
don't know. I think we might put up like 37. They might get probably like 17.
It might be a rainy day. That could water the game down, but
yeah,
we're still going to drop in the egg wash and bread them up and fry them to pieces.
Yeah. Well, I listen to you every day, though, I just ain't been on in a while.
Thanks. Daryl, because I remember your name. We've talked before, haven't we?
Yeah, we talked a lot of time, way back.
Yeah, Daryl. Daryl, I remember you from Daryl. We used to tease your wife all the time. I remember that now.
Oh, yeah.
This goes back years. Daryl, I'm not talking to you in a couple of seasons. I remember you now clearly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I've been around. I've been listening, but, But, yeah, we're doing good this year, though. But
we're doing great.
Yeah, they're not going to take the Seahawks, like the, Debo want to go all the way. He was crying last year, that hurt him real bad.
Well, yeah. I mean, we beat the Rams this is the last game before the playoffs. I mean, before the Super Bowl, and we're gonna lose to the Rams, and we own that team for how long? Rudy, I wish you would come in and say something. But we've owned that team for how long? All of a sudden they're gonna win this particular game? Oh, hell no. So
Well, you see when the season started, Rudy was calling, but now he's not calling in.
him and his gang of fools. They was all through the chat all off season long. Rudy's calling in, sitting in his basement, smoking cigars. You can't find the Ram now.
Oh no.
Where's Super Bowl is?
That's what roaches do when the lights come on, guys.
Oh yeah.
There's a thing now, and now they've got the worst record of a Super Bowl winner in ever. I mean, ever. 5-12. Ooh,
man,
Lord.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I love it.
Well, we had some good years though.
Yeah.
I had some ups and downs, but I'm still Niner for life. Yeah. I ain't going nowhere.
And it's hard to switch. You get mad at
but
it.
I've still been working on my wife for years. She won't come over though.
Well, you got to appreciate her for that. You know why? Because she's serious about her convictions. She believes in the Cowboys, and that's fine. Because if you believe in something, and you stick with it. I have less respect for some of these fans that run around like Seahawks fans, and we may have some of them sitting amongst us now talking about, I'm a 49er fan. Yeah. How long you been a 49er fan? Some of the Raider fans, I know they made the bounce. That's not cool.
Oh yeah. How you been?
I've been doing it. I've been fine. As I said, we weathered every storm. Last year was a bit rough to lose to the Rams. One step away from going.
Oh yeah, I know that.
That bothered me.
Yeah, I seen all that. And that right there hurt me last year.
Yeah, it bothered me a lot because we own that team. All of a sudden, we make a mistake and lose to them this time because of a few things the Rams will not acknowledge.
Oh yeah.
They did not just beat us; they had what they needed.
Oh no,
to beat
we had
us.
we had a lot of people hurt. So yeah, we could have won that one last year too.
We beat us by 3 points.
Man,
situation with Jimmy Ward out there getting revenge against OBJ. That was uncalled for. I got Kowski dropping a pass that probably would have determined the game.
How do I jump in on the conversation?
Oh yeah.
Who was that?
But I don't know who that is. But that's all I had to say, Ronbo.
All right,
I was just checking
timing.
in because I ain't heard from you in a while. Being on in a minute. So yeah, you take care.
Big Daryl, appreciate hearing from you. Don't be a stranger now. I'll be looking for you later. I'll be back Friday.
All right, give me a shout out.
Later! For Daryl and wife. Cowboys fan.
All right, Romer, what you want me to tell my wife?
Tell her good luck.
All right, you take care.
You too, fam.
See you. All right.
There's Rudy now. We talk about him enough, and he just rose up out of the ashes, and he's in the ashes like a phoenix. Rudy says, Niners in trouble playing a division team 3 times. Rudy, we're not hurt this year, Rudy. Last year when you played us, we were hurt. The wrong people were hurt. And I got people out there trying to get vendettas. Jimmy Ward knows he did not have to jump on OBJ at that point in the game. Kwaski T, he's not a guy who catches those kind of INTs. And you know damn well, Rudy, with all of that, even with Trent Williams dragging a club leg up and down the line, if Jimmy's healthy, you still lose. Luis.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
Luis, man, we're sitting here dealing with Rudy and Gene D and having a good time doing so. And you know, and Luis, we are the king of the damn king. We are up there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Ronbo, it's actually Lewis. I called in a couple nights ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, or maybe last week I was the paramedic that called in from San Francisco.
Oh, Lewis, yes. I remember that, Lewis. That was awesome. Explain to us what happened to the kid in Buffalo. Yeah.
Hamlin, yep. Yeah, the commotio cordis. Yeah, it was a good talk. But I wanted to call in again, and I'm super excited. It's finally playoffs time. Everything matters now. I am kind of, as a real Niners fan, I have too many memories of the Seahawks, and just I know we're probably going to dominate them, but I don't want to go in, thinking that way. I'm actually disappointed the Packers blew it because I'd rather have played Aaron Rodgers because we know our defense would just destroy them. So
we would have made it worse
Seahawks,
than the Lions did, exactly.
Yeah, Seahawks know us the best. That's what scares me the most is that, they last time I understand we were in Seattle and, it just makes me nervous because they know us so well and,
you take away the Russell Wilson factor and now all systems are go. Wilson is the most luckiest and the most talented guy ever to play against the 49ers. I'm trying to remember somebody who owned the 49ers like Russell Wilson. Even when we had him beat, going into the fourth quarter, he was going to find a way to get you. Russell Wilson is the devil in disguise. Oh, my God.
I could not stand Russell Wilson. He was always making a crazy, spectacular play, even though he can't do anything with Denver now.
Always. I know,
right? But Seahawks, we have to give the Seahawks credit. If anything, they are still sticking around with us for years to come. I can't believe they pulled off the 5th round pick this year. And, that was a good trade they made, and they got rid of Russ when they needed to. And man, Pete Carroll, I don't know. I mean, unless he retires, there's no getting rid of Pete Carroll in Seattle. And
you gotta respect him.
Another thing, though,
I agree with that.
Yeah. Another thing though is Geno Smith was kind of crazy good. I mean, did you hear he was the leading passer for the Seahawks in their franchise history?
Lewis, wait. Lewis, come on, that's got to be some misinformation. Come on, Russell Wilson's not the top dog of all time?
No, Geno Smith passed him for the as the leading passer for the Seahawks. When I heard that, I was blown away. I couldn't believe it, and I was just like, what the hell happened over there this year? So,
okay,
I mean,
did
that's
have a good year.
The kind of
I didn't
thing
know it was that good. I could have swore Russ had better years than that.
I mean, maybe just Geno throws deeper balls or something, but I couldn't believe it when
Lewis,
I heard that.
Nobody throws a better deep ball than Russell Wilson, and I'm talking throughout. Russell Wilson has the prettiest downfield shots that I have ever seen in my life, and I've seen a lot of them. Russell Wilson with that high arcing, stay up in the air 15 minutes, drop over the shoulder of the receiver into his hands in stride is something I've only seen a few times, and he was the one who did that. Geno might be okay, but he ain't better than Russell Wilson as far as passing.
No, absolutely. I agree with you there. I mean, I was just shocked when I saw that stat. I was like, how the heck did Geno pull that off this year?
Stats.
And I thought it was a mistake. I had to look at it because it came up on ESPN. I was like, what the hell is going on? How did Geno pass up everybody else?
Yeah, Jim Zorn was good in Seattle. I got to go look at the numbers just so I can see how they came up with that, be able to make that statement. Because Geno's not bad. He did a good year, though.
Yeah, so, I mean, they are a little bit concerning because, they do know us so well. And I mean, like I said, I'm kind of happy too at the same time because we get to beat them 3 times in one season. So that's always fun. Every time we go to play the Seahawks, I just get those gut-wrenching feelings because every year I would go to a Seahawks game at home, and they would somehow beat us. And it would just, suck having to go home. And all the way back to when Richard Sherman was a Seahawk and on Thanksgiving and him eating that turkey leg. And, I mean, when he became a Niner, great, but
remember,
the feelings
Lewis,
were still hurt.
these are not the same. There's no Legion of Boom. There's no that pass rush they had. There's no Russell Wilson. Tyler Lockett's still there, but they're just not. That's not the same team. This is just another football team now.
Exactly. I give all the props to Pete Carroll. That team is not what it used to be for sure. So I mean, that's my only concern is that Pete is a good coach, and they do have that rookie Walker he's been phenomenal. He's up for Rookie of the Year as well.
They got a running back and a corner that's really tough. Yeah, they're building.
Yep, and I mean, it is what it is. I'm excited for Saturday. I can't wait. I'm probably going to go watch it at the bar. My girlfriend works at a bar, so it's going to be fun to go, enjoy the 2 games on Saturday. Yeah. But, I also want to give some props to John Lynch, man. John Lynch, he's just been phenomenal. He's made amazing draft picks. I mean, I can't believe that, all these late round picks that he makes are just developing into starters when it comes to Hufanga and Greenlaw. Greenlaw, as soon as I, saw him develop, I was like, man, we got a stud linebacker in Greenlaw and another late round pick there.
Was a 5th round pick.
Yep, George. And, I mean, that's why I said Hufanga was one of my favorite players coming into the draft last year. I was super impressed with him, and all of a sudden he's a starter.
DJ Jones,
so I mean, it's
6th round. I mean,
yep.
I don't know how they do it, but the 49ers look around. Their scouts are just awesome. Brock Purdy.
Yeah, I mean, and like one of the callers was saying earlier, I mean, Lynch learns from his mistakes. We don't get those, players that are running into trouble like back when we had Reuben Foster. He learned his lesson right away. Foster just kept blowing it, and then after that, you see he makes all the safe picks. And even when he traded for McCaffrey, because John Lynch is that Stanford guy, he pulled in Richard Sherman, knows he's a smart guy, pulls in Christian McCaffrey, another smart guy, and it's a low risk from that standpoint, other than, potential injuries. But man, I still can't give him enough credit. I mean, especially getting McCaffrey, that changes our season. I mean, when we really take a look at what's been going on this year, it all revolves around McCaffrey.
It does.
So
the guy
he makes everybody look good.
And he makes it possible for everybody to play because McCaffrey has to be accounted for on every snap. If he's on the field, he draws attention. He causes fears. You got to keep an eye on him. He'll destroy you if you don't. So that means all those other great players we got, and they're great players. Oh my God! What do you do if you're a DC? You're sitting up all night. You're not sleeping. You're trying to figure out what in the world can I do to slow this down. GD, you know what I'm talking about.
Hey, absolutely. Hey, Ronbo, I was curious. Well, 2 things I wanted to ask.
Real quick, because we're running out of time.
What do you think about Purdy and the long term? What do you think about him compared to Trey Lance? And also, I wanted to ask you, what are you going to be putting on that wall, and when are you going to do it?
Next season. It's probably going to be Jerry Rice. But, I did say a Super Bowl winning quarterback. You know what? We're going to have to go. I'm going to answer this offline. Off the phone. But we'll see you Friday, Lewis. Hope you got some time. All right?
Yeah, thanks, Ronbo. Appreciate the time. And
I appreciate you,
thanks
Lewis.
again for the show.
All right. You keep doing what you're doing out there. You're an asset to the communities. All right. Night, fam.
All right. Take care.
Yeah, as far as I've already said, too, and this is nothing against Trey. The thing is, Trey lost this season what he needed to get himself up to speed, right? So Brock Purdy comes in here and is a fast forward with him. He's already pretty much asserted himself as the starter. If he gets to the playoffs and continues to win, I don't know how you take him out. Yeah, how do you take him out? And as we said, we still got to wait for Trey to get a little more training in, get a little more learning. He needs a little because he didn't have any college like Brock did. So it automatically puts Brock was in position if he had it in him, and he's demonstrated he does have it in him, which shocked me and a lot of other people. I didn't know what to expect exactly, But people who watched him in college said, yeah, he was all of that. Nobody should be surprised. Well, because I don't watch enough college football. But, yeah, Brock Purdy is quarterback 1 going into next season, no doubt. So we'll see. And they're going to have a competition in the offseason. I mean, of course, but we'll see what happens with that. Hey, Frank, bring that sandwich in here.
Ronbo.
Frank, you know, as I was talking about Brock Purdy, because the boy is surprising everybody with 5 games, looking like he's been playing for years. So I already put him up at put him in as far as rookie of the year, but he ain't played enough games. They're probably going to say, no, there's other guys that put in way more time. They deserve offensive player of the year. But, you know, if they picked that at the end of the playoffs and Brock Purdy's going to the Super Bowl, they ain't got no choice. I don't know. Maybe I won't say. But most people say, man, the 49ers, man, y'all got anybody can play quarterback with that team. I get tired of that argument, and I'm going to stop getting involved in it. But, you know, that's not true. So, you know. Frank, anything else you want to add? And about you want to talk about the upcoming game? Go right ahead.
Round 3. Ding, ding, ding. It's on, Ronbo. I see Pete Carroll comment. I said Pete Carroll trying to play reverse psychology. You know, he's trying to pump his team up, you know, and trying to like, you know, so it's hard to beat a team 3 times, but like you said, they're not the same Seattle that we done faced it, you know, that we faced a couple, you know, when Russell Wilson, Legion of Doom, and all that there. So,
they was all over there.
Me, I'm
scared
just
to death. I ain't lying.
Yeah. Me, I'm just, I still don't take them lightly. You know, we still got to come out and perform, and we still got to play and be hitting on all cylinders. And we can't take no team lightly. It's just one and done right here, you know. So what we did 10-0, all that's behind us. Everybody 0-0. So anything can happen, you know. So we just got to make sure we prepare and we come to play and just get the job done. And I really want to see how Cal. I really think Cal is really like I want to see how the Cal call plays now in the playoffs. I really think Cal got a lot of little tricks on his sleeves, and I'm just eager to see, you know, what type of different play, you know, little trickery or whatever. I think Cal already go on his bag in his playoffs. I believe that's what I think. I think Cal already got some tricks up on his sleeves, man. And if we can come out and blow Seattle out, and we just keep the ball rolling, man. That's my whole thing. I'm just really focused on Cal and see what type of play call and how he changed stuff up in his playoffs.
Frank, but you know what, Frank? Kyle is probably not going to expose too much against the Hawks. Just go out there and beat the Hawks as you have been during the course of the year. The Hawks don't have enough juice to be scared of. If you're going to pull out tricks, save them for the next game. Just go in there and beat the Hawks' ass in average fashion. Because, you know, they can't stop McCaffrey. They can't stop Debo. They can't stop they can't stop Elijah. They can't stop those guys. Defensively, we can deal with them.
We so deep. When you watch the highlights, you see now. You see you see Debo. You see Ray. You see Kittle. You know, you see Elijah. You see Juan.
Ray got involved. You got juice out there
Danny
doing
Gray
things.
might get a little. Danny Gray might get a little.
It goes on and on.
Like we too. This roster loaded on the offensive side and the defensive side, Ronbo, and we healthy and. We definitely
healthy.
You know, I'm just one game at a time. Just healthy. So we just take it Seattle and then, you know, focus on whoever win, you know, so on the next round. So I'm excited, Ronbo. I'm just waiting for Saturday, man, and we had my fish sandwich ready, man. You know what I'm saying? Ready to go, Ronbo. Fish sandwich Saturday, baby, for everybody. I'm just sitting back ready, man. I'm just ready to rock and roll, Ronbo. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just waiting on Saturday, man.
Frank,
let's get this dub, y'all. Let's get this
playoffs, though. You know, here's the thing. I love to go to Seattle, and then let's see the Vikings next. No, the Cowboys. Because I don't want to fool with Brady. I don't want to fool with Brady in the playoffs.
It's all on the season. So if Minnesota win, we play Minnesota, and if Dallas, so it don't matter.
The Eagles. The Eagles would have to play.
Yeah, the Eagles will play Dallas or Tampa. It all depends. You know, we play Philly played the lower seed. You know what I'm saying? The lower seed.
That would be Tom.
So they'll play probably Brady or Dallas. But Minnesota won. We played Minnesota.
Oh, man, we ought to be able to flip a coin for Dallas. I want Dallas. If Dallas wins, we should just beg them. Please let us have Dallas. Dak be out there. He ain't going to win, though. It's going to be Tom.
Or you don't see on the Bleacher Report, Ronbo, they got the you remember that year was that we played the Saints in the playoffs. That was the divisional round, and they got Future performed the Tony Montana song. Yeah. And how we was getting amped up. It's the playoffs song. We was getting amped up. It's on the Bleacher Report. You go to it. That's on tight. And I ain't never. I always play it, but it's the hype.
Are they using that now on Bleacher Report? Well, I got to definitely do it.
Yeah. They use it on Bleacher Report. Yeah, for you go to Future. Future performed Tony Montana. He got the Vernon Davis Thursday on and all that. Yeah, and they hyping it. The players all hyped up dancing. Yeah, that's on tight. You watch it,
it's good to go back into the 49ers history and get pumped up about stuff. That's why they got all those photos of the legends around this facility. So.
Yeah, well, let's just get this done, man.
That's what we're going to do, too. Ain't no point in worrying too much about this game. After that, it gets a little rougher. But this one, come on, the Hawks.
Pete Carroll ain't slick. Pete ain't slick.
Pete, he's telling you. And Frank, he's not trying to fool you. He is scared.
Like, come on, Pete Carroll. No, but Pete trying to play that reverse psychology. Pete smart. Pete know what he doing. He's trying to get his team fired up. Like, or trying to make it. They ain't trying to put give us no bulletin,
they'll look good in the first
so he's trying to praise us.
They'll look good in the first few minutes.
He knows,
Yeah, he knows.
Ain't nobody buying that, Pete. I'm like, Pete, ain't nobody saying about that.
Well, fam, I would say hi to Moms. And Moms is a Cowboys fan, right?
No, Washington.
She's not in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
anyway.
She going for us, though. She told me we going, she told me, she just tell Ronbo, y'all going to the Super Bowl. I said, Mom, one game at a time. Mom.
Yeah.
We not, y'all, we don't just jump and say, yeah, we going to the Super Bowl. No, one game at a time, Mom. I love you, Mom. One game at a time.
Damn, I see you Friday.
All right, we're good with Ronbo, man.
You too.
All right, Ronbo.
All right, Frank. Yeah, I hate to say it, and it's bad luck, but the Hawks, it'll be good for the first quarter. It'll be fun. We'll be sitting there pulling, damn, I know, what are we doing here? And then as the second quarter comes, the 49ers roll over as they keep gaining momentum over a team. And then after the game, you just see a paper-thin Hawks team got steamrolled. Zay. If Gene D is still here talking after that game, boy, I got to give him credit. Because Rudy's going to drop a little quip here and there. Ellis! Ellis. Imagine going to celebrate the catch on Saturday before the game. Ellis. Laughing and scratching and having a good time in here. Being a 49er fan, you can talk major trash right now. We just look ridiculous. And quiet as it's being kept, Ellis, we have finally built an offense that's just frightening. And got the number one defense. We got the number one offense, too. Nobody talks about it. Actually, that's statistically been documented. Ellis is just...
Yeah, So basically, Mama, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys.
It'd be a big mistake. He'll have you crying all night, begging for a trade.
Right.
Ellis!
We can throw in the Rams and the Seahawks and that damn song as well. What is it? How about them Cowgirls? How about them Seahawks? And how about them what do you say? He had a nice little something, and he said, the Trader Raider
Joes, yeah.
Shout out to Shalil, man, wherever you at, man.
I know, man. We haven't seen him in a long time. But yeah.
It's been a minute. Here we go.
Fam, start in any direction you want to. I was laying praises on the 2022-23 49ers. I appreciate their efforts this year. They've been just unbelievably fun. And Brock Purdy, boy, I've got him down as it's too bad he didn't play any more games than he did, because he'd definitely be Rookie of the Year. Everything's falling into place. You know, the stars have to be aligned to win a Super Bowl. Ellis, I'll be damned. It didn't look like they're trying to line up for us. What are you thinking?
Yeah, it works into our benefit kind of. I just, like somebody was saying earlier, I personally would have rather play Aaron Rodgers in the Packers. I just don't like the thought of us playing a
divisional team.
The Seahawks. It's just the principle of it. I can't stand their asses.
Yeah.
And but you know what? It'll be good for us to close the door officially on just that whole feud, that old history of nonsense and going back and forth with them for all those years.
Because this is something they've never done to us. 3 times in one season?
Yeah.
They've never done that to us. This would be something we need to get done. Gene D.
Yeah, so bring it on. I think that we'll just need to make sure that the secondary we got to make sure that we protect deep down the field. I don't want Diamador. I don't know what the hell they're going to do with Diamador. He's not going to be able to guard deep. We're going to have somebody helping him.
No, safety over the top. That's how Gibson got that play he got. Did you see what Demo was on that play? Demo forced him outside anyway, so Demo did that pretty well. And Gibson just said, I'll take this. Okay. So, it's. So let Dino come on in and start throwing him. Dino's going to be under pressure all game long, though. Don't forget about that. Like it was last time.
And if you can't guard AJ Green down the field, what makes you think that you're going to be able to guard DK Metcalf down the field?
That's not going to happen. You saw the stats.
So
Javarius Ward versus DK. Javarius likes playing DK.
Yeah, well, I prefer that anyway, and then let Ward, grab Lockett, and then let Dre and Fred get the tight ends, and. They'll make sure they look out for Kenneth Walker. Kenneth Walker's a little more healthier this game, and he's been playing so damn good. I'm concerned about him. I don't know. It didn't seem like Javon, he did all right when he came in, but he hasn't really been impactful since his return. And
he needs some more work on that.
I know he got hurt again.
Yeah.
Well, we can't. Yeah.
Gibbons is back, though.
Because you can't. Oh, okay, good. Kevin Gibbons is back. Good.
McGill, what's his name? McGill Jr.? McGill Jr. is a comedian.
Oh,
like
yeah, T.Y. McGill.
Yeah.
Is it T.Y. McGill Jr. or something? Yeah. He's a good player. I like him a lot.
Yeah.
I like him a lot.
So we got beef in the middle.
Yeah, and they still got Travis Homer. So we just got to make sure that, we're covering all the odds and ends on the defense. I think offensively it's going to be a really good game where you just have too many weapons. Pete Carroll was kind of being a little. Was he acting silly? I gotta go see it. Yeah, he's full of shit. He said, we didn't really want to have to play tonight. Shut up, Pete. You want to play us because you guys want to be able to get the win. He's just full of shit. He's not looking forward to playing us, of course, but he kind of is, I think, more than not.
He thinks he's got it all figured out. He probably thinks he's got Brock figured out.
We get another opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's got his nose up in the air because they've been giving us problems for all these years, and they always seem to find a way to give us a hard time, and the ref thing and all the different stuff that we kind of go through with them, the seesaw battles.
He's always said this too. Remember, Ellis, he's always said this before. Every guy when Pete Carroll talks about 49ers, he always praises us and acts like we've got something really good going on over there. And so we're not taking the 49ers lightly by any stretch of the imagination, and we expect a good game. Pete, somebody slap him.
Yeah, then when it's game time, you see him, he's over there high-fiving and smiling and laughing and
laughing.
Doing cartwheels and shit.
Yeah.
Doing cartwheels and almost. You never see Kyle get that excited. You know what I mean? He's more.
I wish he would every
now and then. He's 70. You know what I mean? Kyle. You would think that Kyle was 70 and Pete was 40 in his early 40s. But anyway, we're gonna be good, man. The offensive weapons being back, I'm really thankful for. Elijah Mitchell being back. Now, married with. That's between that George.
It's gonna take you a while.
Our boy Juwan, Brandon. We got Ray. Ray in the fold starting to get play. I hope Kyle, now that all the guys are back, we can't forget him. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All these players, if Kyle let everybody get a touch, then they would never know who the hell is going to get the ball. I mean, like there would be like, who's he going to get? We can't sit on 7, 8 different guys. So we're just going to have to pick one or two.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So Kyle needs to get triggered. He needs to get like that. He needs to be unpredictable in that fashion and use all of his weapons. And Juszczyk has been past deserved. He's got all the Pro Bowls and all that, but get him some more TDs, get him some more catches, put the ball in his hands more often in the game, along with the other guys. You know what I mean? I really feel bad for him more than anybody because he's such a great player, Ronbo. Yeah. I've always had high regard for Juszczyk and really just disdain for Kyle not utilizing it.
He's got to retire, 49er, please. Else we got to go, and I'll be looking for you on the show on Friday as we talk about what we're going to score and give ourselves good luck.
Let's get it. Yes, sir. Right, yes, sir. Thank you for the platform, fam, as always.
You know it. You're
yes,
so
sir.
welcome.
We appreciate you.
Thanks, Phil.
Appreciate you. And make sure y'all hit the like and subscribe, man. You know where you at. Let's go, y'all. We almost here.
Just a little bit more. Night, Ellis. And it's time for Latino Heat. Latino Heat. Latino Heat. Emilio.
What's happening?
49ers, my man. That's exactly what's happening because, this is like, Emilio, all the years we've been talking football, and then we go back and forth with Ronbo, man, y'all, you just gotta understand, we ain't shit. Every time I think about those days, and now look at us, we're more than the shit. oh my God, we just got try to name all the offensive weapons without stumbling and not thinking about it.
Times have changed from a couple years back. And a lot of people didn't like me because I was bad matching the team, and
yeah, see.
But it just there was no talent on it. It was just crap. And at least I didn't leave. Like, who was it? Levi that said he left for a couple years? Or was it the one that came on?
Levi, I'm surprised you told us that. I would have never admitted to that. A lot of people did check out, though.
As much as I badmouth the team, I was in my night again every Sunday, and I badmouth the team, and I always did. Never left. Even though from my high school years, after that 03 season, we just stayed out with Dennis Erickson and
if you was like me, if you was in a group of people working you, I'd stand there and go toe-to-toe with them for an hour and a half. And by the time we got through arguing, man, they would be leaving, not me. I used to get pumped up. I'd be bumping. Man, you Raider fans, here y'all come. When's the last time y'all won anything? Okay, now you gonna get in my face? Oh, I used to love it.
We've had some bad news with Kim Petty and then Gabbard and all those quarterbacks. No, I never left.
We've suffered. We have definitely suffered. We deserve this.
But it's totally different now. No, we've had good teams, and then we had a couple years off of Shanahan. And we've turned it around a lot, and this is just. I've been more excited this season than I have the past ones. Of course, in the beginning, I was pissed off for Shanahan. Not, my point. I had a point.
Yes, you were. I'm glad you admitted it.
It just cause it was so, dude. It's just the reason I didn't tell you before I was pissed off.
And next time I tell you to wait a minute, you'll listen. I told you to wait a minute.
Hey man, no, forget that. I'm not finna wait. We're supposed to be dominant. If we got this much talent.
But what did I tell you? I said that talent needs to get together for a few minutes. McCaffrey just got here. Let them get it together.
Your opinion.
Now, see?
Your opinion is your opinion.
What opinion?
I gotta say.
What opinion? It's exactly what happened.
Too much talent. No, it did. I'm not disagreeing with you, but I'm just saying there's too much talent on the team not to be all-stars. So not to play in the beginning to start
You
off.
said 30 points was your bottom line. I said, wait a minute, just wait a minute.
And you know what? Since Brock Purdy's been in there, we've been scoring 30 points. Again,
it ain't only because of Brock Purdy. It's because I told you. Let that man. You know good and well McCaffrey just got there. And you was complaining about the offensive production. I said, wait a minute. Let him stay there a minute longer
I was complaining
and watch
before
what happens.
McCaffrey. McCaffrey only got one game, and that was the Kansas City game.
I was complaining before McCaffrey
You was complaining after it too.
No, because that's when we started scoring on points.
No.
There was only one game that we didn't score 30 points, and that was the Kansas City game. After that,
we were okay for about 3 weeks, and then all of a sudden things exploded.
Either way.
I just want you to know.
I told you. You couldn't wait to tell me that.
I couldn't wait. Emilio! I can pick on him. Y'all can't pick on him though. But we've arrived now.
Been through. Yeah, no, we've been through. We've been through a lot. Good times, bad times.
And now it's a good time. You got to really enjoy them too. I think
besides me and a
too,
few others, just me and a few others been riding with you since. I'm just saying, it's just me and a couple others been riding with you since when you just had the bookshelf back there. So,
yep.
Yeah, since you had the bookshelf.
TNT.
Yeah.
TNT checked out on us though. We see the member once in a while. Trez gets in here. Trey bailed on us this season.
What happened to him? He's coming on here.
I don't know.
Let me holler at
it's
you,
probably serious because Trey loves to talk ball. I don't even see him on Twitter anymore. So I don't know. Hope he's okay. Trey, holler at your boy, man. I'm thinking about you. I hope you're okay. All right. Anyway.
But anyways, no, it should be a good game. Like, I'm going to the game on Saturday. I need to be there.
Yeah, all right.
Since it's going to be Seattle. And the last time we played Seattle 3 times in a row was when we lost the NFC Championship.
Have we ever played them 3 times? We won and won that season though.
I thought we lost it. In one.
Did they?
We lost them both times. We did.
I think you're right. That year we lost with Michael Crabtree. We were
wasn't that
year.
Wasn't that the thing? No, that wasn't the thing. I was about to say, wasn't that Thanksgiving year? But it was after.
That was the year before.
I know.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't know. It's a history. It's painful to think about. So I got over it. Mina, we got to go though, fam. I'll see you Friday. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, that's exciting. Can't wait for this game.
Yeah, you should have fun.
Kick some bird ass. But,
all right.
All right.
That sounds
good.
Yeah,
good night.
Night, fam. It was Emilio. We got to wire Emilio up for the game too, so he can ring in on us. All right, fam. Night. Hey, we're checking in with Z and check in with Z and see if he's ready to start. Hey, yo, Z! See, you still having some kind of connection issue. Sounds like. Oh, God, yes. It's Donut and T-Nisha. Get over there, Donut. Way down in the jungle deep.
I say, hey. I woke up this morning and I got out of bed, had a big old cup of coffee to fill our heads. Number 2 C's is a Niners is that. And 2 there, boy GD, what's up with that? Ooh-wee. What's up with that? What's up with that? Ooh-wee. What's up with that? What's up with that? Offense, defense, special team and coaches. What's up with that? What's up with that? We gonna score, we gonna hit, we gonna win the game and say, what's up with that? I say, what's up? GD, what's up with that? GD, we play y'all for the 3rd time this season, but we not going to have the same thing like the Rams last year, which is a deja vu. Yeah. What's up, faithful?
Hey,
y'all. Boy, GD's tough. He hangs in here, too. But Texas boy left about an hour ago. We beat his butt. But GD's hanging in there taking punches. Right, left, uppercuts. He's just taking it all. Hey,
you have no choice tonight, baby.
Donut, how y'all been doing? I haven't talked to y'all in a long time.
Man, it's been a long time. But you know what? We've been listening, like we said. But we've been watching GMD over the time. But you know what? I got a couple of things to say to this man. First of all, before you talk smack, before you talk smack on the chat, make sure you know how to spell. Talking about toward somebody's feelings, don't you mean your feelings? You know what I'm saying? When it comes to Brock Purdy, he is the number one red zone threat in the NFL as we speak. Yes, he is, sir. Compared to your boy Geno Smith.
He's number one in all
yes, he is.
Yes, and don't talk about Geno.
Is that true?
Yeah.
It is.
That is true. But you know what?
Check the ESPN
we got 5
network.
rings.
They actually say it, and they look like, well, guess who's number one? It's Brock Purdy. And they have that, it's Brock Purdy.
And he's only doing it in what? He's only doing it in 7 games. It's
What's
not
the thing?
only a couple of games compared to a whole season.
See, that's
I
the
mean,
thing.
Geno.
That's why.
Geno is not worthy to be talked about right now. He's having a good season.
He is.
He got Metcalf. He got he got the other receiver. You know what I'm saying?
Pro Bowlers.
But I'm not worried about them. You know what I'm saying?
You don't have
I'm
to. You
not
got
worried about
Tavares
them
Ward
because
and Jimmy Ward covering that. The Ward brothers.
in week 2, you know what I'm saying, we scored 27 to their 7. In week 13, in week 13, 15, we scored 21 on them again. You know what I'm saying?
They did a little better, and they held us down. Yep, true.
Oh, we're way better than what we are, though, Ronbo. Please believe it. You know what I'm saying? And if y'all want to talk about the Raider game, no, don't be afraid of that. Don't be afraid of nothing because that young buck proved strength of character. He had us back against the wall. He did what a lot of other quarterbacks couldn't do and take us downfield for the win. That's all you had to do.
That's all you got to
do.
do.
Know what I'm saying? The defense is going to be all right. You know, we had to be tested just like at Kansas City. But you know what?
I'm glad that happened, actually, so they could stop.
Exactly. And they both came from the AFC West. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no other team in the NFC going to touch us. Come on, man. Let's kick the ballistics, kick the facts around here. Tom Brady, non-existent. Mr. Aaron Rodgers, non-existent. You know what I'm saying? This man, Geno Smith, he's going to try to run right. He's going to try to run left. Bosa and your boy Epicon is going to be on each side. The middle is going to be pushed up. And your boy Greenlaw, of course, your boy Fred Warner is going to be the 2-man in the middle waiting for him.
You get picked off.
And when he throws the pass, don't forget our Pro Bowler Hofanga.
Yes,
it's
indeed.
over, Gene D. It's over.
I got Gibson picking up another pick this week. I got J-Dub, Jimmy Ward picking a pick this week. And Tavares is finally going to get one he can snatch. I got 3 picks.
Hey.
Those are my 3 guys. Maybe Dre Greenlaw because he loves playing against the Hawks too.
Oh, Dre Greenlaw, you know what I'm saying? He's going to scoop up a fumble and run that back. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be all good. And let's get to the offense, though. The offensive line is going to be beast mode this week. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be ready. You know what I'm saying? The running back core, we got 4 of them now that's deadly. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a madhouse. Debo Samuel is back. You also got Kittle, who's been hidden under the shadows until Mr. Brock Purdy came in. You know what I'm saying? He's now past, and I say it again, he's past Travis Kelce in the season with touchdowns and maybe yardage. You know what I'm saying? This team is on the rise and is not looking back like the big one-eyed giant. We're not going to sleep. We're not going to sleep. It's not going to be like last year.
And even Juice is getting involved in the offense a little bit more, handling the ball instead of just blocking. So, you know,
you can't
Christian
forget
McCaffrey, I don't know what his stats are right now, but they got to be outrageous. Christian McCaffrey's down on the list with some Hall of Famers of he's achieved something with us this year with some big-time names, but he's one of 5. I said, look at Christian.
Yeah.
He's ahead of Walter P.
Yes.
What's that other running back? Barry Sanders is on that list. And a couple of us, damn. And his career ain't over.
He's in between some good, big company. You know what I'm saying? He's full of, when he gets the ball, he's all about explosiveness. He's not about tiptoeing or trying to find a hole. If he sees it, he's going to take it. If there's a slim hole, he's going to make a bigger one. Somebody's going to try to tackle him. He's going to use his tree trunk to run him over, Ronbo. This man, Christian McCaffrey, I'm glad we still got him while he's young.
I know. And he's the one who also makes it the rest of the guys can now eat because Christian McCaffrey frightens defenses like all the guys do. But McCaffrey keeps coming up large when they got coverage, and all of a sudden Brock will look around. Okay, he ain't ready. All right, where's Christian? Beep. Now McCaffrey gets another 30 yards, and the defense thought they had it covered. Oh!
It's so lovely. It's so lovely every time. It's so lovely, you know. And as far as the coaches concerned, Ronbo, like a couple of callers said, I'm not really worried about that right now because, like we said a couple of weeks back, when you haven't heard us from a while, you know what I'm saying? Mr. Shanahan got a new toy, and he's able to open the playbook so much more with Brock Purdy and Mr. Christian McCaffrey alone. So it's just a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? We're seeing different things than we saw in the last 3 years. Let's keep it honest, right, folks? These last couple of weeks, we've seen different things.
And as McCaffrey and that offense grows, you've not seen anything yet. Granted, Brock's doing a great job, but McCaffrey, that's the ignition. That's the ignition. That's that switch at top. You know the Fast and Furious movies when they hit that nitro switch and they just take off and leave the dude next to him. That's Chris's name to Nitro. My God.
Just like going to Nicolas Cage film, Gone in 60 Seconds. We was trying to outrun that damn helicopter. He looked down and what he seen, that button, that's that Christian McCaffrey. Go ahead and hit that button, player. Pshoom, 150, 160, he's gone.
I mean, Christian, it's unfair. You know, because Christian, he was, with the Panthers, he was the offense. You know, when he comes to us, now he makes an offense that's already stout. Unreasonable. I love this. It's great, fam. What a time. Domination, don't let y'all know. And Big Show been asking about you constantly. Y'all can't just go. We're going to start calling y'all.
Go for it.
Hey, we love Big Show. We love everybody in this chat, even those who's not, even those who have some doubts. You understand? We understand.
Tell us how you feel about G&D.
Gene D, one more time. Oh, shoot. I can go on and on and on. Let's see. Gene D, you have no more Russell Wilson.
Fam? Okay. Production got mad at us. Okay, sorry, y'all. We'll see you Friday, okay? Melvin Gwentu, he says, did I pronounce that right, Melvin? Good evening, Mr. Ronbo. What's our key to victory this Saturday? I'm glad you asked me that. I want somebody to give me a chance to be clever lane. You know what? It's just go out there and play almost just average offense. I don't want to see anything exposed. Just go out there and beat the brains out as you would do. They have nothing that can stop the 49ers. There's no Devontae Adams. There's no Josh. Well, they got a good running back. They got a good team. But it's not as stacked as some of the teams we've seen this year. And that's why Pete Carroll is the biggest thing we've got to be concerned with. Whatever he's coming up with is going to be something that's going to say, we're going to say, ooh, whoa. And hey, thanks, Melvin. Hey, Tony.
Ronbo, good evening. Good evening.
Tony, thank you very much. And Tony, it is a good evening. Playoffs time again. It's just ridiculously fun. I just got to get through the Hawks for the first round, and it just doesn't seem like something to be concerned about. I refuse to worry before I have to, but I've gotten in trouble about this before. I didn't worry about the Raiders, and we damn near came out of there with a whooping. But, Tony, what are you thinking here?
Well, I was in the chat. I just pissed Chrissy Everett off, but that's good. Ronbo, y'all need to run the ball down their throats.
Yeah,
I'm serious. We ran for over 230 yards against them. The Raiders ran for close to 300 yards against them. Carolina ran for over 300 yards against them. Do I need to go more?
The thing is, and now that I got Mitchell back, that is going to be an easy possibility. Didn't Jordan Mason play against him last time? Who was that anyway, I hope Kyle realizes that and lets Melvin. Well, we got to worry about. I don't realize Mitchell getting hurt. I'd like to see Mitchell get some carries, maybe 6 or 7, or give him 10, and then I want to see Elijah. Well, I want to see Jordan Mason. Christian McCaffrey's gonna get his. There's no force on earth that's gonna stop Christian McCaffrey from getting some, so I ain't worried about him. Debo, I don't want to see him run the ball all day. If he gets anything, get it out on the flat. Don't be coming out of line of scrimmage, Kyle. Oh. It's hard.
Ronbo, I got the simple formula, just based on just what you said. Get Mitchell 10, 11 to 12 carries.
Mm-hmm.
Get McCaffrey 10 or 11, 12 carries.
Mm-hmm.
Get Tyler Davis-Price about 8 or 9 carries.
And let
Get
Jordan Mason finish.
10 to 12 carries.
He's
Ronbo,
become a finisher.
Ronbo, by the fourth quarter, they'll quit.
Because that's
they
too
did
much.
against us.
Exactly. Jordan Mason's too heavy, and he runs hard.
And y'all keep sending fresh backs at him. The offensive line will wear him down. But Cordell Patterson ran for 161 against him.
I saw that. They talked about that on the daily thing on the death. It was hilarious. I said, y'all, see, this is the thing. Cordell's a big, big back. Kyle, they don't like big bodies in Seattle. You run the biggest guys we got. You don't have to work Chris McCaffrey to death. You can put him out on a few swing routes if you want to put him out in space. But there's no point running him between the tackles. Let the big men beat him up. The funny thing about it is, Mitchell plays like a big man. You see when he comes through there, he's a load. And he's supposed to be strong. Because even when people get
Josh Jacobs,
he don't go down.
Josh Jacobs ran for over 240 against him. Remember that?
My God, that's
I thought
a lot
he was
of
going to
yards.
break the single-game rushing record. The Raiders did it up the middle. But you know how we did it, Ronbo? If you go back and look at the film, cutback. The old cutback against the grain, like the old Pittsburgh Steelers with Frank Harris. We would show one way and then cut back against the grain on them. And you'll see wide open holes.
That's
how Carolina did them.
That also means they don't like yaks. I mean, they don't like. Don't get out in open space on them. They hate that. Just like the Cardinals hate that
Tyler
too.
Algier, who was early blossoming rookie deals, like his second or third game, I think he had like 52 yards. Cordell Patterson had 161. And Tyler Algier had 52.
That's over 200.
Run the rock, Ronbo. And that'll protect Purdy. That'll protect them. And then you can still hit some play action. Because they're going to be tired. You're going to put that beef on them. And it helps your offensive line. You won't be doing much pass blocking. Run it down the throat.
That's why I say when people start saying, "Oh man, we got a history with the Hawks," man, look, man, y'all. Russell Wilson's gone. Richard Sherman. Last time I saw him playing, he was wearing a 49er uniform. The Legion of Boom has been disbanded. We should stop crying and worrying about that. I had the biggest fears coming into the season because I don't feel like dealing with the Hawks either. I'm over it, Tony. I'm over it.
They got some good young players.
They do, but it's not like what they used to have.
Exactly. But run it down their throats, especially go get that early touchdown, put them behind the 8-ball, and then get after Geno Smith. Get after him.
Like they did last time.
And then, he doesn't throw a lot of picks, but if you get after him, like we got 2 against him, one of them was a tip pass. It's because you put pressure on him. He gets out of his comfort zone.
The last time I remember, Geno, the ball was hitting. You didn't see nothing but the ball. It looked like a golf. You know, you watch golf on TV. It looked like a golf game. I just seen the ball bouncing into the green and nothing around it. I said, Geno, who was he throwing to? He was under pressure. He had to get rid of the ball. It should have been. That should have been this.
And Ronbo, after you guys' game, because I want to talk Niners with you now. After the game, I'll talk football because I got a lot of NFL news to go over with you. But let's focus on your game right now. We could talk about that Sunday or whenever you come back.
It's going to be fun because, it is going to be a lot to talk about. Off-season is already underway for a lot of coaches and a lot of players. And the Cardinals are going to be one that's going to be funny to talk about. You're right. Tony, in fact, we're going to go now then. We only got 10 seconds here. Tony, always appreciate you. I'll see you Friday.
Yes, sir. And Aaron Rodgers is already whining and crying about getting out. So we'll talk about that later.
We got to. Is
that a surprise?
No, I knew he was going to do it. That hand-in-hand thing he was doing walking out of the stadium, I knew Aaron's up to something now.
Yeah. Yep. And I ran Texas boy out of the chat, Ronbo. He's into his feelings because real quickly, he asked me, well, why do you keep coming in here? You're not a Niners fan. I said, because I respect the Niners. I respect their organization, and they respect me. I said, unlike your circus act with Jerry Jones as Mr. Spotlight circus act. And the chat started laughing, and I ain't seen him since.
He's such a clown. All right, Tony. I'll see you Friday. Have a great night.
All right. Have a good night, sir.
Good night, Tony. But Gene D, the man's skin is leather. The boy's taken some terrible abuse. I even seen Sharice went after Ronbo's sidekick says, Ronbo, your son getting big. We need diapers. Hey, Josh.
Hey, Ronbo.
Josh, come on in, Josh. And give us your thoughts on tonight. You know, I've already said that Brock Purdy has been a special case this year, coming into the season with 5 games to go and holding it down the way he has. I've always got him rookie of the year. But what are you thinking as far as, if you want to mention anything about the game coming up, the Hawks, go right ahead.
Yeah, for the Hawks, for the Seagulls, I just want to point out they cannot stop CMC or George Kittle.
Yeah.
And then also we have Dre Greenlaw, who's going to be coming back. He's going to play. No doubt he will play. And he's the Hawk killer.
Mm-hmm.
He made a big impact the last time we played him.
Mm-hmm.
And every time. And you know what, Rama? I just wanted to point this out. When was the last time that we actually had a running back that was an all-purpose running back?
Jet McKinnon was supposed to be, but he didn't turn out that way. That was what Kyle was shooting for. That's why they went after McKinnon. I'm not McKinnon, but McCaffrey. That's what Kyle's been wanting for years.
The last one that we had, Ronbo, Roger Craig.
There you go.
And who do we have right now? CMC.
McCaffrey. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, really, if you know, diehard Niner fans, if they really look at the film, they're identically the same players, except for Roger Craig was known for, you know, having the high knees when he would run up. So he was hard to tackle.
Well, yeah,
he really was, but they had the same finesse.
Under the chin.
Yeah, they have the same finesse. You know, Roger Craig could, you know, he was versatile. He would run off to the side. You know, he would a lot of play action with him, a lot of short dink and dunks. He was a threat. He was a dual threat, and that's what CMC is.
Yeah, the Hall of Fame.
You know, and
people don't want him in. I just don't understand. But yeah, I agree.
I don't get it either. You know, as much as I am a Frank Gore fan, and I think he is the greatest running back that the Niners have ever had.
Oh, he is awesome.
But Roger Craig paved the way. You know, and when we had that dynasty going, it was Roger Craig that was there that helped us get there too. You know, he was a big piece of it, and
there's nobody like that.
And CMC, there's nobody like CMC.
Really
you know, and as much as I like Debo, I am a big Debo fan.
Me too.
But Debo can't even hold a flame to CMC. You know, nobody can.
I never, you know, it's so funny.
He's just,
because you're echoing some of my sentiments. I just never said anything because, you know, you get a lot of pushback on that. I love Debo too, but he's not CMC. I agree.
Yeah. So, you know, I'm not worried about this, you know, this game on Saturday. You know, I think it's going to be a battle. You know, every time we face Seattle, there's always that, you know,
First
battle,
quarter.
the divisional
Josh,
rivalry.
unacceptable.
Yeah, you know,
first quarter is it. After that, it's over.
Well, and we know how how Pete the cheat is. You know,
He'll come up with something.
Oh yeah, he's going to come up with something. Yeah. But as long as we stop the run game for them, they have no chance.
Yeah, because they can't stop ours.
Zero chances, yeah. And they can't stop ours. You know, they can't stop Christian McCaffrey, and they can't stop Kittle.
They can't stop Debo. Debo has a circus game against him every time. Kittle, they haven't got anybody.
Oh yeah,
him, you know, they're not going to stop Mitchell.
It's going to be a good weekend. It is. Yeah. You know, the Cowboys are going to be one and done. It's going to be great.
against Brady's broken down team, you know, because they're just having troubles in Tampa Bay. They're coming around now, but to beat the Cowboys now, oh, the conversation will never end. Oh my God, Skip Bayless will be doing a show lying on the floor. You'll see Shannon Sharp talking. Skip, can you hear me? Skip, you can get up, man. Come on, Skip. Don't be ashamed. That's your team. Skip. I can't wait.
Oh, I can't either. No, it's going to be great. You know, I don't have any nervous, you know, jittery bug feeling, you know, going on into this weekend.
I don't either. Not really. I know you should though.
No, I don't think so. You know, I mean,
they are a professional team. We're supposed to have a little respect. I don't have any. I'm with you.
Honestly, if we were to face the Lions, if we were facing the Detroit Lions, yeah, because they are so unpredictable.
And they're tough.
But you know what? Hey, yeah, thank you. We're not facing them.
I told people weeks ago, guys, there's something about the Lions. I don't like that matchup. I'm glad they're gone. I really am.
Yeah, and how are the Cowboys going to lose to Washington the way that they did? Dak is a $40 million interception machine.
And he had to add a pick six to put some sugar on that. I'm telling you right now, I can't wait to see what they're going to do next year with that situation. McCarthy's gone, and Dak, I don't know. Let's see what they can do with Dak. They've already owe him too much money. You can't trade him. Nobody's going to pay him that salary. So it's pretty funny.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, hey, and shout out to Rudy's mom. McVay's going to be gone. He's leaving.
Rudy's mom. Rudy.
Stafford, he's going to leave. Aaron Donald's retiring. Ramsey's going to get traded away. Your team is broke. No draft picks. Gone.
But Rudy's still tweeting. Tell you what, fam. Let me see you Friday, and let's see what else we can mess with. Night, Josh.
All right, Ronbo. Night.
Hey, Merrick.
Hey, Ronbo.
Hey, Merrick. Well, Merrick, it's the Brock Purdy extravaganza, as Brock Purdy has not hurt this team at all. In fact, he's made it solid as can be. I've got him up as Rookie of the Year. It's too much. It's too late, probably, with only 5 weeks. Somebody said, he's a good player. We're not getting Rookie of the Year. Look, some of the other guys have been playing hard all year. I don't care. They're not playing.
Peter Schrager had Brock Purdy as his offensive Rookie of the Year.
See, it makes sense. As a quarterback, that's the most difficult thing out on the field. And, with a quarterback, it's about not hurting your team. Brock's not hurting the team, and he's making that offense continue to click. I think he should have it. And 5 weeks is enough. And if they do it after the playoffs and he goes all the way to the end, there's no doubt about the fact. Putting regular season versus playoffs, if you can get to the playoffs with a rookie and into the Super Bowl, man, that's saying something.
Well, it's even more impressive that he's a 7th-round pick rookie, not a first-round pick. So.
That is the number one thing right there. Last guy in the 7th round to be picked up. The last guy. It was a mistake. Other GMs are kicking themselves about that, but it still is what it is. And look what happened. He went to the Super Bowl. Made for TV. It should be a series, not just a movie.
Mm-hmm.
What else,
you can call the movie Mr. Irrelevant.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, whoa! That would be the name of the movie. It absolutely would. Forget about the Brock Purdy story and anything else. Add that Mr. Irrelevant goes to San Francisco. Like Mr. Smith goes to Washington.
Yeah.
What else, Merrick?
I still think a crazy thing about Brock and the Niners is that since Brock became the starter, our points per game went up from 23 to 33.
Yeah. It also,
that's pretty crazy.
Brock is also taking advantage of the defensive efforts.
I'm not blaming Jimmy. So.
No, I was just saying.
I'm not blaming Jimmy. It's just interesting.
No, it is. And also the defense picked up and kept us in good field position like they did last week. And as I was saying, I'm not making excuses, but also, as like I've told Emilio, listen, McCaffrey just got here. Wait a couple of more weeks. Sure enough, the offense has exploded. It would have still exploded with Jimmy there, but Purdy's there, and he didn't hurt it. So it's a good thing, In fact, that's why Jimmy looked so good before he left. Even what little time he did have with McCaffrey, they were kicking butt. So, we're going to be fine.
Yeah, and I think
it's going to get better, most likely.
one of the best pickups we made was getting Deshaun Gibson from the street.
I know what I'm saying.
He wasn't on the team for a long time.
Yeah. If Jimmy doesn't get hurt,
then he was one pick away from being tied for the most picks. He had 5 picks, and it was 6 picks that led the NFL.
Yeah, right? Yeah, he leads now, right? Yeah. Oh, hey,
Well,
that was the last regular
picks.
season game. I just realized you're right. Dang.
Mm-hmm.
Look out for Gibson. That's why I love when he said after in this press conference, yeah, you know, I was at home. I didn't even know I was going to be playing this year. I had no idea. These stories the 49ers are always having. I love it.
I'm not too surprised. I'm not too surprised. He was part of that really good Saxonville defense in 2017.
Yeah. So, yeah, all the pieces are there. All we got to do, Merrick, is we got to close the book on this whole matter. We're going to go. Let me see. Go ahead and finish that.
Yeah, one final thing I'll say is I hope I can finally see our team win the Super Bowl. Since I'm younger, I never got to see them in the 80s or 90s when they were winning.
We've been waiting on this for so long, and it's been too long, and people are always saying things like, you guys, you got to dust them trophies off to even be able to see what's written on them. Look, you know what? You guys understand. There's no such thing as an old Super Bowl trophy, all right? They're vintage. I mean, this is what labels a legacy. 1 trophy, Seattle. At Los Angeles, you got 1 trophy. The other one's in St. Louis. So shut up. God, Merrick, I'll see you Friday. All right. Night, fam.
All right. See ya.
And don't anticipate, Gene D. Seahawks isn't worth 2 dead flies. Smash. Let me, can we get this up here so I can see the rest of the writing, please? Yeah, GD Seahawks isn't worth the 2 dead flies smash. 5 rings with 1 on the way. This year, 3 times in a row will be a charm. Go Niners. Donut D. Have a great night. Thank you. And Jason. Jace.
That plug don't go for that. Yo, what's up, man?
Jason, man, we're sitting back here laughing and scratching because we won the division, swept right through it, didn't leave nothing left on the floor. Looking at Brock Purdy, I've already labeled him as the offensive player of the year, rookie offensive player of the year, but they say it's too short. But what do you think of Gino? Jason?
Oh man, I think he could get it. You know, just because of the magnitude of the power, the power. Like if he went 6-0 and we were not in the playoffs and we weren't playing, Miami and Tom Brady, he done took down. Granted, he's playing against the Bucs defense, so I'm not one of them people who buy into Tom Brady versus Brock Purdy. It's like, no, Tom Brady had a hard job. He had to go against the number pass rush, the number 1 takeaway team, So that's
beat
that.
Him up too. Yep.
Beat bad. He might retire and go back home with Giselle after this one.
Giselle's already got somebody staying with her. He might have to knock on the door and get a key.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Giselle's hooked up.
Best, but yeah, I think Purdy could get that, man. Just the significance, if that's something you can relate to. The significance of the moment. Like when Jimmy went 5-0, right? It looked good, but we were playing knowing we weren't getting into the playoffs, so there was no pressure on Jimmy that 5-0 year in 2017.
Yeah.
So the pressure was on Purdy not to squander what we had going. So magnitude of that, man, I really say Purdy should get that, man.
And
but
when you think about 22 years old rookie, you should be a little scared. He ain't scared. When you look at him, you can tell he ain't scared. He looks cocky and confident.
Ronbo, I watched Mike Tyson from the Olympics. I watched young Mike Tyson. I had the privilege to see him on the Olympic level. Same thing for Errol Spence. And what I can say is when you're confident, you're not shaky. That's what made me shaky about Jimmy. Jimmy didn't have confidence. He had a confident swag, but in that pocket, you could see the nervousness. You could see, like, when he's on the run, he just throw the ball in the air. He plays hot potato with the fucking ball.
Like,
if it's a sack looking like, he's like, fuck that sack. I'm going to just throw it up and see what happens. No, don't do that,
It's
Jim.
that ACL thing, because he wasn't like that when he first came to us. But that knee coming in, that offensive line failing,
it could be.
I kind of felt sorry for him a few times, but I understand it, yeah.
But he lost confidence for whatever reason, and it showed in his game. So Purdy, he just has confidence in his abilities. One thing I do know about the difference, too, with our defense is that with Purdy and his efficiency, especially on third downs and especially in the red zone, it puts a lot more, it takes a lot more off of our defense. And it has a lot to do with why teams running games are not really as effective, because they're down a lot. A lot of times they're playing from behind because we're turning field goals into touchdowns now. I hated that era for us. We've been doing field goals ever since who was the last kicker we had? I can't remember in the Harbaugh era. We were doing a lot of field goals.
We didn't have,
I hate
and no second
get down
half.
inside the 5-yard line and come out of shotguns and just don't get the points in there. Now we're getting points out of this. So now it's putting, instead of the, Denver, the Denver game, 11-10. Who the fuck scores 10 points against Denver?
It's like a baseball game almost. I mean, it
I
was
will
really
say,
close.
this is not to knock anybody. Purdy actually is efficient, man. He's not, the throwing it down the field 70 yards and then he don't need to do that, obviously, because of we're the most yakkinest. We probably got the most yakful roster ever.
And that's why we do that. People are always crying about we don't throw the ball downfield. Look, you got a team like
You
this.
don't got to.
Don't be throwing
Score
the ball
points.
downfield unless you absolutely just know. You get
And
that ball
Purdy
to them
doesn't
dudes
even
we got.
throw. He doesn't even throw for more than 250 yards a game. He's keeping it like 200 yards, 185, but 3 touchdowns. And we're moving the chains, and it's not a lot of punting going on. You know what I'm saying? And so that
Once
takes
or
the
two
pressure
times.
off.
What's his name is getting
It
tired of
takes a
sitting
lot
down.
of pressure off.
Wisnowski ain't getting
I
no
wanted
work.
to say, man, also, Ronbo, before I forget, I wanted to give a shout out to Yamin, man. I miss my brother Yamin. I ain't seen Yamin in years. I hope the brother survived the
I
COVID.
hope he's okay.
We got a lot of Ronbo classic people that come to mind. Yamin was I always look forward to hearing from Yamin and Jersey Mike. These kind of guys.
I know.
They kind of, to me, make the personality of Ronbo, as well as you, of course. You're the Don Dada, as they say, top shotter.
We had some guys that had made this program. I may put it up here, but boy, we had some guys come in and made this show for sure. So,
shout out to you,
Trez
the Philly native.
I mean, it's been hilarious. So, and you, fam, you get it, and we got you because you took a little time off for a while, and all of a sudden we got you back too. So
over the years come in when I can, when I'm not here, just know I'm listening though. When I can't,
you're busy,
really,
because I know you love talk ball. I know, all right.
You know what it is, man. But we're gonna definitely stomp these Seahawks out, man. Go Niners.
We're going to talk about it Friday. Jason, hope we got some time for us, because we if you're working nighttime, we got you right where we want you anyway. Now you got time to get to us.
And you on West Coast time. I'll be there.
All right, fam.
All right.
Have a great night, Jason.
All right.
And let's go check out on Jalen.
Cardinals. To call y'all irrelevant at this point would be an understatement. Y'all irrelevant. Rams, y'all some shit. Gene D, y'all. I fuck shouldn't have run the ball. Ronbo, I got a quick video.
Go ahead.
Dash is interception of the goal and not controller.
Now, why the hell y'all run the ball? Why the hell didn't y'all run the ball? Malcolm Butler. I know that sound just rings in people's heads. As a Seahawks, I know that ring in your head.
You know how many memes
at the goal line
out about that? The memes are endless.
Ronbo, you saw when Russ was walking away and he clapped his hands together. Hey, ever since that moment, Russ became the Go Hawks, Broncos country. Since that day, since that pick, Ronbo, Russ ain't never been the same. It's like he created this persona of this guy that's gonna always take accountability. Russ, you ain't the guy no more, Russ. You got carried to a win back against the Broncos.
Yep.
And when they actually needed you to deliver, hey, but we're not here to talk about Russ.
But you know, Jalen, I blame that. I blame that on Pete Carroll. They didn't
that
want
was bad
Marshawn
play
Lynch.
calling, but damn it, you didn't have to call. You didn't have to keep that in.
And Russ could have just ignored him too.
You could have. Man, it's the Super Bowl. Fuck you, Pete. Come on, Marshawn.
It was about Marshawn making people shame. They didn't want Marshawn to get that TD and grab himself and jump in the end zone. That bothers you all that much? Then what'd you let him play for? If he's getting it done, let him do what he wants to do. People like him for that anyway. Stupid.
Oh boy, Ronbo, how does it feel to know that we finna be the next NFC North for the next 5 years? Because the Cardinals, they done. They on rebuild. The Rams are on rebuild. And the Seahawks, I know some people in the chat gonna be like, Carter, don't put them in the same sentence as us. But the Seahawks are not bad. They're just not on our level. So they're not gonna be able to compete with us. I could see them beating like the Giants and the Saints and probably beating on teams in the NFC South, but they just not on our level. So they're not gonna be able to really compete with. They might make the playoffs, you know what I'm saying, as a wild card, but they're not gonna really be causing us too much problems.
We've become the AFC North of the modern.
The AFC East with the Patriots, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. East.
Yeah,
back in the Patriots, they didn't have nobody to play except the Dolphins that gave them trouble for reasons unknown. But so I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, I never thought we'd be able to do it, Ronbo. I thought the Wild West will always be the Wild West. I thought it'd be competitive every year, but it's over now.
It's over.
It's over now. Hey, I ain't complaining. I'm not complaining.
But
you
it's
think
surprising.
Aaron Rodgers was complaining? Nope.
No, until this last couple of years.
Hell no. Yeah. I mean, it's over with. Rudy, Gene D. Y'all know damn well y'all not gonna be able to do nothing with us. It's over with it.
And the Cardinals didn't even got no representation, except that one dude used to call in here, but he wasn't really running no major smack.
Robo, they're irrelevant. Exactly. That's why I'll say that about the Cardinals. I mean, DeAndre Hopkins wants out of there. Kyler won't be back to the 2024 season. I mean, it's tough.
Oh, how sad. Oh my! JJ left him. He knew if I don't retire, they're gonna keep me. I gotta go. I can't stay here.
Man, Robo, chat. My pops always told me something when I was growing up: stay humble, stay hungry. Because truth be told, they mess around and they beat us, and we get on this we get in this chat Sunday. I don't want to hear nobody unmuting themselves, coming in, interrupting nobody chat, going off on Ronbo. Kyle needs to be fired. Because it's going to be a catastrophe, Ronbo. Because who are we going to really have to blame if we lose to the Hawks? Who are we going to blame? Purdy? We're going to blame Brock?
No. That's the thing. He's
Kyle
got immunity to that kind of thing because he's a rookie. And he gets praised for what he's done already. Exactly.
So who are we going to blame, Ronbo? Who are we going to go to? We're going to start tearing each other apart.
Guarantee they're going to get Kyle.
Wow. We're going to go to Kyle after he just took an undrafted rookie and made him look like this.
People don't think in those situations. See, these things happen sometimes, Jalen. There's no need to start designating blame, period. That's why sometimes people start blaming people. They're looking for somebody to scapegoat. It's unnecessary. The whole team
I just want us to stay humble. We just got to stay humble. Just stay humble, y'all. Treat this like any other game. I understand that Seattle not looking good, but bro, this our third time playing them. And Ronbo, I mean that second game, 13-20, we didn't just dominate them. Yeah. We didn't. I mean, they was a DK Metcalf Hail Mary catch away from tying that game. And we going to overtime.
We never do run them out of their own house. But at the same time, I don't believe at this point in the season they can run us out of ours. I just don't believe it.
I don't think they're gonna run us out, but man, if we think this is just gonna be an easy game, like they finna like the Seahawks, have the Seahawks ever just laid down for us? Well, maybe once?
They may not have no choice because Russ and company's gone. So yeah.
But that's coaching wrong.
But they say Geno's doing better than Russ. And he was this year. But Geno is good. He ain't scaring me though. And the rest of that team ain't scaring me either. When they had Lynch
I'm not scared of them, but you gotta be cautious, Ronbo. You gotta be cautious, dog. Kate, this up any given Sunday. I just don't want for us to lose and we all up in here screaming and hollering at each other next week.
You know, we may have to cancel the show if that happens after Sunday night, because I don't know what that'd be hollering,
Yeah,
man.
like I
Oh,
can
God.
see it happening now, Ronbo. Like
it ain't happening.
Oh,
We'll be all right.
I wouldn't even know what to say, Ronbo, honestly, because I wouldn't know what we got the team, man. If we lose first round, people are gonna be hot.
You don't even need to worry about it. Don't even plan on it. Tell you what I'm doing, Jalen. We'll see you Friday, and we're gonna really lay it on thick how much we do feel cocky and confident. All right.
When do we play? Oh, we play Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You gonna be on Friday at 7?
Yeah, be back Friday.
Or 10?
Yeah. Friday.
7 or 10.
Are you in the East Coast?
Yeah, I'm from Memphis, so I think I'm in the East Coast.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna try to pull in at between 6:30 and 7 o'clock PDT. So y'all have to a PST. So you have to be up waiting so long. All right.
Man, Cardinals, y'all irrelevant. Rams, y'all some shit. Dean, y'all should have ran the ball down. Y'all can't win shit. Ronbo, let me get a Niners shout out. Let me get a Niners shout out.
He's absolutely right. Night, Jalen. Hey, JJ. JJ.
How you doing, Ringo? What's up, bud?
Doing great, man. You know, it's fun being a 49er these days, and these moments are ones we need. We really gotta just hold on to and just really enjoy it, because we've had those moments when it wasn't really nice. So, you know, this is fun. And seeing the Hawks in complete misery, I love it. And get to play them a third time.
Right. Hold on, I got to say it from the beginning, Ron, because, again, last year, it was the third time we played the Rams. But remember, one drop from cross guitar, that was what really ended it.
I did.
I was worried about playing the team for the third time. And, again, you guys got to remember, this is not really the third time we're playing him. Remember, the first time was a half, or it was a quarter of Trey Lance. And then Jimmy came in and completely destroyed. And there was no...
We lost you. Are you moving? Okay, go ahead.
Do you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Okay, so the first time, like I said, they played him was a quarter of Trey, and then the second part was Jimmy destroying them, and this was without CMC. The second time was with Brock Purdy and was no Debo. So I know it's the third time.
All the forces this time. I like that.
I mean, and man, I've been saying about Jordan Mason, don't sleep on that dude. But now we got Mitchell back, and it looks like he hasn't missed a beat.
I still want Jordan Mason to get some play. Let Mason put his big body out there in the fourth quarter and let him just pound guys that are already dizzy from getting beat up the whole three quarters. And they're going to do that anyway, JJ. We're not going to see Mitchell and company in the fourth quarter, especially if the game is already in control.
Yeah, I'm loving this Rumble. But again, what you said earlier, and I got to agree, is Lenore. This guy he's been having some little hiccups here and there. I'm just like, dude.
Well, he's doing the best he can, and that's the best he can do. So he is a worry, because he's doing the best he can. I don't know if that's gonna be good enough, but we'll find out.
Yeah. But man, oh my gosh, Christian McCaffrey. Well, like you said, the last deal. I mean, he's gonna start a little debate here with Christian McCaffrey and Debo.
I know. That's why.
I think they're neck and neck.
Yeah, no, I didn't want to say anything.
Like 2 callers ago.
But Christian gets a slight edge, just a slight edge in my vote. But you got him neck and neck. Yeah. Debo's nobody's weak sister. Debo, as I said, slight edge. I'm not giving McCaffrey no huge edge, but just a slight edge.
Well, Debo was hurt. I mean, and he comes back, and then we all know what he's capable of.
Oh yeah.
So
he can take over a game by himself. But McCaffrey does too. They can both take over games. When you got 2 guys like that on your roster, it's ridiculous. And George Kittle, now that Kyle's putting them in play more off the offensive line, because now you've got 3 guys that can take over games. We're just ridiculous. Third and Jawan. All of a sudden,
I'm loving it,
bro. You got Ayuk downfield about 30 yards, just killing people. This is a really good team.
I know, Robbie. You know what's crazy is that out of all of them, the weakling, and I don't even want to say the weakling, but out of all of them, Ayuk is the last one mentioned, and he's got 1,000-yard freaking year already. It's like, man.
And people were worried that he wouldn't get his yardage this year after Trey went down. I said, I don't know. Yeah, Ayuk runs great routes. Well, Jimmy's not a slouch. And sure enough, he had 600, 700 yards when Jimmy left. Yeah. So, I knew he'd be fine as long as he keeps running those routes like he does. All he's got to do is shake his man. Last year, Jimmy's bad hand, that Cowboys game, when he missed Ayuk by a mile, I said, you know what? If Jimmy was healthy, that's a touchdown. No doubt about it. And this year, you got a healthy Jimmy and Ayuk together, they made music. So
don't start that up again, Rob. That's another awesome thing is, God forbid if anything happens to Brock, you have another backup that is just completely solid, and no one's practicing for him.
You got Johnson.
No one's gonna pay attention to Jimmy. Come on, Ronbo.
Come on, that's what I'm saying. That's a hopeless end. You know what, though? With that many guys, you can still run people to death. But then they start stacking the box. I mean, if Johnson can do nothing else, Johnson can run. He can give it to our running backs, and they can run. Anybody can swing it out to McCaffrey. McCaffrey's always available, no matter what's going on downfield. So that team, Johnson can make it. I don't want him in the Super Bowl, but
man. I'm so excited about this year, but I can't lie. I'm afraid to face Casey, and I'm afraid to face the Bills.
Well,
just because they're going to try to do it for their boy.
Yeah,
DeMar. I'm glad he's back, too.
Yeah, I am, too. I don't want to inspired. You see with that Haim, however you pronounce his name, the dude runs the ball coast to coast on the first kickoff. They're so pumped up. Whoa.
I mean, I loved it, but I
did it again.
I fear it too. Oh man, it was awesome to see the entire NFL come together, though.
Yeah, it was. It really was. But it's time for us to win. We want. I wish he's getting better now. But I don't. You know what though? Buffalo's gonna get. They're not going to get past Cincinnati. They might be able to beat. I don't think anybody can beat Cincinnati right now except for maybe us. I don't think, seriously, JJ, I don't even think the Chiefs can beat. Well, the Chiefs can't beat them. Cincinnati owns the Chiefs. So if they see them in the playoffs, that mental factor is going to take the Chiefs out. It could be us versus the Bengals.
Round 3?
No, it's Super Bowl. I'm figuring. See,
I'm talking about round 3, Super Bowl.
Yeah, because that is 3. Yeah, because the Eagles. I think that's broken at the wrong. I think they peaked too early, and just like every other team that loses one game or 2 games, they start going all the way downhill really quickly. But JJ, we're gonna go and look for you on Friday. All right?
No. I'm kidding. Hey, pay that side chick, Ronbo. What's wrong with you, man?
I told her, listen, send it to my house. I'll take care of it. She refused to do it.
Man, terrible.
See you Friday.
All right, bro. Go have your pizza, man.
I'm going to do that, too. Hopefully in a few minutes. All right, JJ. Night,
later,
bud. And let's check on Z again. Hey, Z.
Hello?
That's not Z. I think Z, whatever Z problem's having, it's serious. It's not going to get better. T-Flow. My God, how many?
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
T-Flow. Yeah. Allie, what's up, bro?
She's asleep right now.
Well, I was asleep yesterday, huh? Unbelievable. Anyway, T-Flow, I'm calling Brock the rookie of the year. Have I went too far with that? And also, anything you want to add about the Seahawks? We'll talk more about them Friday. What do you think of here? Can we expect from Brock to continue to look like he's looking going into the playoffs? It's a different ball game.
I hope so, because it is a different ball game. We got to see. Hopefully, he doesn't freeze up and he still has that killer mentality, the AKA Mamba mentality, where he has that. He has it. He has that moxie. But as of Rookie of the Year, I don't mind throwing him in the mix, but I don't think he's going to win it because he only played 5 games. They're going to be like, oh, yeah, the running back from Seattle rushed over 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
And, he played the whole season.
When do they give that award out, though? Do they give that after the playoffs? Or how do they do it?
Usually it's during – isn't it the week of the Super Bowl?
Yeah. So
do all that?
If Brock gets through all the playoffs, and especially if he has an impact, yeah. You're right, though.
Isn't it during the season, though? Isn't it during the season?
I thought it would have been yesterday or tomorrow or whatever, but before the playoffs next week. But I'm not sure when they do that. I keep forgetting when they do that.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
but
anyway.
as far as the Seahawks, we should easily win. But what just scares me, it's Seattle and Pete Carroll, and
As long as
how
we have to play there.
rile up his players.
We're playing. We're not playing in their house, so I feel better about
it.
our
Doesn't.
chances.
It really doesn't matter. It's that Pete Carroll's a really good head coach. He knows how to rally up his troops.
But they pay them referees in Seattle. I got a feeling they're homegrown refs because every time we play Seattle, there's always some strange calls. At least
hey,
2.
when we lost the back-to-back with Harbaugh, wasn't it at our home when when that happened, when they went to the Super Bowl?
LeVar Bowman got hurt that year.
So it was at their
That
house.
was definitely in Seattle. When we lost,
definitely
Richard
Seattle.
Sherman picked off.
But the only way
Crabtree. It's always in their house.
Yeah, the only way I can see the Niners losing is if they beat themselves. Idiotic plays.
Mistakes.
They forget how to play defense. They go and play up to their competition. I do not want to see them play competition, right? Because that's how you lose games.
Mm-hmm.
And what does kind of scare me is that Seattle is the only team that Brock Purdy did score in just 20 points.
21.
So. Yeah, 20. Yeah,
he was
he's
hurt,
the only
though.
team.
Wasn't that his first week with that oblique injury? I don't think he's hurt now.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it was. Yeah, you're right. It was because he hurt against Tampa.
Yeah.
So oblique. But other than that, how many plays do you think we're gonna run throughout the whole game?
Wow, I hadn't thought about that.
Because
possessions
last time we played Seattle with the injury of Brock, he ran. Niners ran 61 plays.
Yeah.
And against
they'll top that
and against the 3 defenses that he played against, Washington, Seattle, and Tampa, they're averaging 57. I haven't seen him going 60, 64 plays, probably 65 plays total.
Yeah, third down conversion is going to be it. You're right, though. I hadn't thought about that. But why do you mention that stat?
Oh, the reason why I'm mentioning it because I'm trying to figure out. Let's say if it's 30, let's say 64 plays. I'm gonna say 36 runs, 29 passes.
Yeah.
And basically, I do not want Kyle Shanahan to forget about Ray McCloud because he's been tearing it up in the running game. He's been tearing it up in the reversals.
I'd rather
we
see him
need
out there this
still
first
Ray
week than
McCloud.
Debo. Yeah.
Yeah, and not only that, he's in game shape. He's way more faster than Debo as of right now.
Mm-hmm.
He should get some bulk of the carries. So that's why I'm just trying to,
Cal's going to ease Debo back in, so I think you might see a lot of that actually.
I hope so, but where was Ray against Arizona? He was nowhere to be found in Arizona.
Yeah,
because I want these guys to get action.
Yeah, he wanted to get Debo a little burn, and with everybody else, because the problem is our offense actually has too many people. Somebody is going to have to take a night off at least now and then, because you just got too many weapons. They got weapons everywhere. They even gave Juice a little bit last week, and Juice never gets any. A couple of times.
So what do you think? This is what you think. I got 36 runs. Give CMC 12 carries, Elijah Mitchell 10, Mason 6, Debo 3. Just to get some workout.
Keep him warmed up. Yeah.
We're gonna need him.
Yeah.
Ray 2, at least Danny Gray 1.
Danny Gray, you can forget Danny Gray, but everybody else you mentioned is probably going to be in there. Kyle does not feel like playing no Danny Gray. I don't know what's going on between them two, but Danny Gray.
He used them against the Raiders. He got 10 yards.
Yeah, that one run, and he looked good in it. I don't know.
He could have broke it. he could have broke it instead of going to the sideline. If you watch the film,
kept going,
and once he reads his block, if he would have cut in, he would have got another like 20 yards.
A lot of guys have a problem making that timing cut too. You lure that runner over
because
there
they don't see it all the time.
And
they're not
juke
running backs, Ronbo.
last second. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not running backs. They don't know how to read blocks. Debo messes up sometimes because he's not a real running back.
But the funny thing about Debo, if he's going downfield, he will let a guy take a guy one way, and he knows he's got opposite field opening, and then suddenly shift and quickly. So Debo's not bad when it comes to that. But look at the new kid. He's probably got to learn some things. He'll be all right. See what he looks like.
Because I don't want Ray McLeod and fading away in the offense because he's a weapon. We saw what he did on that 70-some yard run that he did.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
He'll get his turn.
That play used to be Eagles.
He'll get his turn.
Like, that used to be
they got a pecking
Eagles
order is what it is.
Well, other than that, like the only way the Niners are going to lose, it should be an easy win, is if they play down to their competition.
And that's it. But it's a playoff, so that kind of mindset is not going to enter in this game unless they maybe feel like that in the fourth quarter. But T-Flow, we got to go.
And don't play like you played against the Raiders, being over too confident and all that, because
it's playoff
this
football.
This is a division rivalry.
They're going to come in there with that intensity. I mean, they don't care who the opponent is. It's the playoffs. You people can forget about them not coming in there. They ain't gonna be no half stepping. So you start feeling sorry for the Hawks at some point. T-Flow, let me see you Friday, fam.
I want a blowout.
All right.
Yes, sir. All right, Rob, good night.
You ready for that holler? Let's say good night to Allie for us, fam. All right. Night, T-Flow.
I will do. All right, Rob, good night.
You too. Oh, Steven.
Yo, what's up, Ronbo?
Steven, it's time. This is midweek. We just celebrating the win, but everybody's looking forward already to the playoffs. It's hard not to, but I got Brock Purdy, who's learning on the fly. Man, dude, this kid's impressive. I got to admit this point, because you know how I feel about Jimmy. I actually I was hoping Jimmy would make it all the way to the Super Bowl because I felt like they was going to do it. But Brock Purdy, he's winning me over. I like him, and getting it done in fine fashion. But what are you thinking? Is he a candidate for Rookie of the Year?
Oh, absolutely. If he ends up even getting to the NFC Championship, him learning everything on the fly, being third man down, being the last pick in the draft, throwing for almost, if I'm not mistaken, I believe 2 to 3 touchdowns per game, Ronbo.
He's got 2 every week except last week where he got 3. Yep.
Yeah, 2 to 3 on average. He's throwing 2 to 3 touchdown passes, either to George Kittle, Brandon Ayuk, Ray, or CMC. Does not matter.
Yeah.
The man is on track to breaking a lot of NFL records. If he gets us to the NFC Championship, regardless if we win or lose, that's huge. Automatically, Rookie of the Year.
The first to do that. How many rookie quarterbacks have gotten all the way to the NFCCG, let alone the Super Bowl? We'll see what happens. But he's so cool.
Yeah,
and calm,
if he gets us to Ronbo, if he ends up getting us to the bowl, consider him Hall of Fame right then and there.
You know what? He would be for that reason, especially if he gets in there and the 49ers pull it off. He'd be in the Hall of Fame. The first rookie. Has there been another rookie to win a Super Bowl?
No, there's never. The closest person to even get close to that was Joe Burrow, but he was in his second season already.
Yeah, so no, he can't be called a rookie.
Yep. That's the closest thing you can get.
And
outside of that,
round 7, The Last Man. Ooh, that's a movie. Movies down through the years, several of them, different ones.
Ronbo, they would make movies better than Kurt Warner's movie after him.
Oh, way better.
I mean, really, you get picked last in the draft. You probably weren't even thinking about the 49ers, considering, your idol was Dan Marino.
Yeah, he probably wanted to go to Miami.
He's probably thinking anywhere. He was probably thinking anywhere but the 49ers, but the 49ers picked him up.
The 49ers spanked Marino. Exactly.
I will say this. I am a little worried just because, what happened last year with the Rams. Shouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
Should not have happened. But then again, we were down so many men going into that game. We practically had limped into the NFC East.
So I'm saying you got to look at those things. There were many factors that helped the Rams, and they still only won by 3 points. And the 49ers been healthy. And I'm not even worried about Kwaski's miss. Had they just been healthy, I only need Trent Williams and Jimmy to be healthy. That's all I needed. And anyway, we win that game.
And the only thing I ask Ronbo is hopefully the moment isn't too big for the kid. That's it.
I don't think his mind works that way. That's why when I look at him, he doesn't freak. He's not. He acts like he feels like he belongs where he is right now and in this position. Seriously, I don't see any fear. Unless when he gets home, he's sitting there, oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, fuck, my God, I can't believe I made it through that. But when he comes back onto the field, the face, absolute confidence. When he makes a bad throw, he looks more pissed off than anybody on the field. He can't believe he did that.
Yeah.
But he doesn't lose it. He just comes back the next play and shows he can fix it. I'm amazed.
And you know what, Ronbo? We've got a lot of weapons going into this game.
Lots.
A lot of weapons that
Not like last
we didn't
year.
have going into the last 2 games. You know, we got George Kittle at full speed. We got Brandon Ayuk at full speed. Third and Jawan. We got Ray McCloud. We've got Deebo Samuel back. Yeah. We've got who else, Ronbo?
Did you mention Elijah Mitchell?
We got Aaron Banks back. Elijah Mitchell's back.
Shit. It takes a minute to actually mention every name that has an impact on that offense. Kyle's been trying to build this offense for years. He finally did it. My God, they're ridiculous now.
It's gonna be bananas, Ronbo. It's gonna be bananas because we got Greenlaw coming back. We got Demetrius Flanagan-Fowles coming back.
Great special teams addition too.
Offense
I didn't know how much he meant.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You know, it's gonna be pretty nice when we walk on that field in Santa Clara come Saturday. I'm excited. I'm juiced. I don't want to get too ahead of myself because, you know, we play them for a 3rd time. And the first time we had the Lions in the beginning, in come Jimmy. Yeah. After that, Jimmy demolished them. And unfortunately, the second time we faced them, it was a little bit of Jimmy. And then Brock Purdy came in, demolished him. And now it's Brock Purdy by himself.
Brock, that was Brock's entire game that second time we played him. Jimmy left
in
the Tampa Bay game. I mean the Miami game.
Oh.
The Hawks came 2 weeks later. Because then we went to Tampa Bay and then Seattle. But Brock had an oblique thing going on. I don't think those obliques are bothering him now.
No. But you know what, too, Ronbo, is that if we're going to win against Seattle in this game, we have to keep our foot on the gas pedal. We have to keep our foot on their neck because, Ronbo, remember what I said the last time we played him? How stupid I thought Kyle Shanahan was to kind of let off the gas in the very last minute? Because if the roles reversed, you know, Pete Carroll would kill us. He would continue to keep scoring on us until we gave up.
I know.
If it was Pete Carroll's way, Ronbo, the score would be like Georgia versus TCU last night.
Probably. I've seen him do that. We got to go, Steve. It's getting late. I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to see you Friday and bring that score and any reason why you should have that score. All right?
All right, Ronbo. You have a good one.
Hey, give my best to little Rome, too. All right, fam?
I will.
Night, Steve. Yeah. And so, as I like to tell Rudy, as the sun slowly settles in L.A., we bid adieu to Sean McVay and everything that he represented in Los Angeles. We're going to go, fam. Thanks for the contributions. Always appreciated. And please, subscribe. We have a good time like this all the time. We won't be able to find you when we get ready to talk 49ers football. Hit the like, fam. Don't forget to hit the like. I'll see you Friday night. Before game time, Saturday. I know.